Our Tire Express, your local tire and wheel shop in Greenville, offering affordable, easy payment options for easy ownership. Savvy? Our customers love our treasure of tires and wheels, easy payment options, and customer care package too. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
You can paint this with purple!
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Hello and welcome into a Free Beer Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. You heard me correct. More details on that in just a moment. Welcome in to the program. Clip Brock here inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We are on 1250 at 930. You can find us online, pr927fm.com, and watch the show on Facebook Live and on YouTube. You can chime in there, be a part of the program with your questions, comments, concerns, and otherwise. So check us out there and check out today's program with myself and Ellerbe in studio to kick things off. Shirley Rhodes, Chandler Honeycutt producing, and we will jump inside the Players Lounge here on a Monday and talk to the Pirate players coming off a loss to Cincinnati, but also finding out their bowl fate heading to Annapolis, to the Military Bowl. So we'll talk to the guys about that. Here's the schedule at 4 o'clock. Rajay Harris and DJ Ford, you'll hear from those guys at around 4:25. Tyler Snead, Pirate wide receiver, will join us at 4:45-ish. It'll be Bruce Bivens and Xavier Smith, a couple of guys on the defensive side of the ball. Holton Ahlers, Pirate quarterback, will be on at 5 o'clock. That'll be live. And also CJ Johnson live in the 5 o'clock hour at 5:30. So the full cast and crew of players joining us on the Players Lounge today here on a Monday. We'll also check in with former high school offensive lineman Brian Bailey coming up at 3:30. So
is that his new title?
Well, it's the Players Lounge, so he was a player. Ellerbe, when's the last time you played an organized sport?
An organized sport? It might have been when Pirate Radio sponsored a softball team, maybe like 15 years ago.
You were on a wiffle ball championship team.
Yeah, that was maybe wiffle ball was after softball, so probably an actual organized sport where like someone winning and losing mattered. That was probably wiffle ball.
All right, so he's a former athlete. Of course, Shirley, her exploits on the softball field well documented, and we have former long snapper Chandler Honeycutt here as well, who was pretty close to being an East Carolina Pirate. Yes. Right, Chandler? Let's talk about it real quick. You went to the camps, you talked to the coaches.
Yeah.
What Pirate coach was whining and dining you?
It was Dahl.
Kirk Dahl.
Kirk Dahl.
It's really kind of how we met Chandler. I mean, it was through Twitter. He tweeted, "Blessed not to receive an offer from ECU football," and so we told him to come. We told him to come on down to Pirate Radio and intern with us.
Yeah, but I had some great relationships with some guys, some special assistants, some assistants to Kirk Dahl, and then obviously I got to meet and talk to Kirk Dahl at the 2015 Ruff and McNeil Specialist Camp. Got to meet Ruff and take a picture with him. I actually went to a couple of Ruff's specialist camp. One was ran by former long snapper Wilson Rayner back in the
who's now an umpire. He umps ECU games from time to time.
And then the other one was ran by former long snapper for the Pirates, Charlie Coggins. And I also got to get some personal lessons from Charlie too. And Charlie's a great guy. But
so they said you were special, but just not quite special enough.
Well, no. Then Ruff got fired, and then all that staff went away. And so then I had to rekindle a relationship. Well, not rekindle, but like start up a new relationship with Shannon Moore. So I found out Scotty Montgomery got hired, and then I was like, all right, I'm ready to see who. And now I'm a big Pirate fan, so I'm like, I want to know who the offensive coordinator is. That turned out to be Tony Peterson. And then the defensive coordinator ended up being Kenwick Thompson. I'm like, all right, who's going to be the special teams coordinator? I need to find that out. And it ended up being Shannon Moore. So I got up with Shannon Moore, and finally he emailed me back. He was like, hey, would love for you to try to walk on. Really don't have any spots right now, but you can come out and try to walk on.
Probably Scotty Montgomery's staff's most egregious mistake, not having Chandler Honeycutt as part of the team.
Yeah, would not give Chandler Honeycutt or Kurt Benkirk the time of day.
Yeah.
And look where they are now.
Yeah.
One's with the Packers, one's with Pirate Radio.
Yeah.
Hey, look, but, and I went out there and I had a pretty good tryout. It was in November, so it was really cold. But
did that make you more of a short snapper?
Wait. What kind of joke you going with there?
No, that he wasn't a very good long snapper. He couldn't get it all the way back to the punter.
Sounds like a Troy D joke.
Yeah,
early in the 3 o'clock hour here.
Jeez.
Free beer Monday.
Oh, that's right. We will be giving away some Busch Light Apple limited edition coming up in the 5 o'clock hour, along with a large 2-topping pizza to Domino's. So we know what's in the booty bag today. The question is, can you win it?
Yeah, let's Chandler finish up. It was cold in November.
Yeah, it was cold in November.
That story's not over yet?
No, but then
Holy crap.
you asked me about it.
I know, and this is my mistake, folks. I apologize.
Not a long snapper, but a long storyteller.
I found out in January that I would not make the spring roster, but a dream did come true. I'm working at Pirate Radio, so
very good.
Well, now we're good. We can move on. All right, you gonna hear about Shirley's softball career? Or? I think we got other things to talk about it this morning.
We'll get to that later.
All right,
we got to save.
I don't even know where to start. Really, I mean, there's so much going on, so much in the news, so much in the rumor mill.
Here's where I want to start.
We can start with a question from W.J. O'Connor.
Okay, go over there.
Is there any validity to the Houston rumors on Virginia Tech and Duke? Well, what is the rumor? Like that they may be interested in Mike Houston? Yeah, I mean,
sure,
absolutely.
I mean, and here's my thing. Here's what I was thinking about today. I was trying to put everything in perspective of how the world really has just gone mad again, and or you could say it's really back to normal. 12 months ago, Clip Brock, and even though it's November, we'll just pretend it's December. College athletic departments and ADs and everybody were finishing up 2020 broke, no money. And just doesn't, their world has just been crushed.
Yeah.
1 year later, they're drunk again, spending money like they have always had it, and firing coaches with big buyouts or, paying buyouts to get coaches at other schools and just coming up with these astronomical numbers of like, all right, what do you think we can, would 96 million be that? Would that be a good number to get such and such? Or, we hadn't even heard the Lincoln Riley number yet. I mean, what if we offered him 15 million a year? I mean, it's just like they just grab money. It's like guys in athletics like went to rehab, got clean, and now they're back, drinking double-handled bourbon bottles, just drunk, spending money. Like, there's so much for, like, this COVID casualty of no fans, no money, all this, and now that boosters and athletic directors are like, well, whatever it takes, let's be relevant. Let's pay Coach O at LSU $19 million to go away. $4.5 million buyout for Oklahoma at LSU. Lincoln Riley. Hey, stroke the check and then pay him whatever you want because we need to make USC relevant. The whole thing, and then it's just now to answer this guy's question on Facebook. Are they kicking the tires on I think every coach in America has their tires out and want to get kicked because that's going to kick right back into their wallet one way or another.
Yeah, and a lot of it is obviously about the money. It's also about timing, and we were talking about the Oklahoma opening a moment ago with Chandler, and I saw a tweet that said Matt Rule's name is a potential candidate for Oklahoma, and Chandler and all the Panthers fans are saying, yes, please take him. And you want to make that move before you get fired, right? So it might make sense for Matt Rule to do that. But every one man's trash is another man's treasure, and another man's treasure, there's a bigger treasure on the other side. It seems like nobody is ever satisfied where they are, Ellerbe, which, for these coaches, they're working their way up to something. They're working their way up to the biggest job, the biggest dollar amount they can get. So the reality is, nobody is ever satisfied with where they are.
And I was re-listening to the fifth quarter, the encore we were playing this morning, and the a few callers that called in and say, well, East Carolina's got to step up and do whatever it takes to keep Mike Houston. It's like there is no whatever it takes. It's kind of, I mean, to me,
there's a ceiling for everything.
When is the madness of it all going to stop? I mean, Lincoln Riley's the first Oklahoma coach since like 1946 to leave without like retiring or going to the NFL, to leave for another college program. I mean, it's just, there's stepping stones because there's someone out there willing and crazy enough to write a bigger check no matter where you are. And look, and I don't want Mike Houston to leave. I think he's done a heck of a job turning the program around, getting it to a winning season. But, I mean, it's like, at what point, like, here's got to be the level of where East Carolina athletics can financially pay a football coach. And here's the expectations. Like, once we pay you this, here's our expectations of where we are. And I think 7-5 is a good season, but I don't know, is 7-5 where the
problem is,
like, where is the bar of what your expectations are?
East Carolina, they can do that, but they'd be the only school do it. You can't do that alone. Because again, the guy next door is going to offer you more money. Like, you would have to have some type of collusion where all these schools get together and say, and Ellerbe's leading at the head of the table, saying, "All right, enough of the madness. Stop."
But at some point, like, East Carolina can't be like, "All right, let's just all right, will $3 million work for you, Mike Houston? Will you promise to stay another 30 days?" I mean, it's like they just pull these magical numbers out of the air, and then it's like, then it doesn't ever work out. It's like, at some point, East Carolina's got to say, all right, the max we can ever do is going to be $2 million or whatever. Let's just throw a number out there. And with that $2 million, we're hoping that Mike Houston is playing in a conference championship game. And then if he gets another opportunity, then he gets to go. And then we're going to promote from within, or we have our next guy ready to go. I mean, it's just, you got to reach a wall at some point.
Steve and I talked to John Gilbert today, and we plan to talk to John Gilbert coming up on Thursday's edition of Pirate Radio Live. But Igo said, here was his tweet about an hour ago. Athletics Director John Gilbert said he has been in discussions with Mike Houston the last few weeks about an extension and a raise for him and his staff. And then Igo put up a quote that said, quote, "We're still in those discussions. We're getting on a final resting spot, but I feel really good where we're at," end quote. So they're going to pony up some more money and years for Mike Houston.
So, I mean, here's the whole thing. Oklahoma just ponied up more money in an extension for Lincoln Riley. It doesn't matter. It's like, hey, just give them they already get bonuses for going to bowl games and all this other stuff.
But for those that say we need to pony up, East Carolina, John Gilbert and company are trying to do their part, obviously, to keep Houston here. But at the end of the day, does it really matter?
At the end of the day, is that the best scenario for East Carolina, or is ponying up getting the fans and program to put their money towards the indoor practice facility? Is that the better use of money?
Are you saying this money's coming from?
No, I'm just saying, like, look, everybody says we need this, we need that. Like, I just, at some point, I'm not saying, it's just a weird, it's not even a business because there's so much crazy money out there. Like, at what point, like, unless you got the right amount of mega boosters or whoever to help fund everything, but if you have that, I mean, it seems to me that all you hear is East Carolina needs an indoor practice facility. East Carolina, but like, instead you give how much over hundreds of thousands of dollars are we going to invest? And I'm not saying you got to invest in the people too, but at some point the loyalty isn't working back on either way, and you don't want to invest but so much either, because you may hate that coach 12 months from now.
By the way,
12 months from now, as you know, Clip, you could be doing the fifth quarter call-in show after Thanksgiving, and no one like maybe a single coach on this coaching staff.
12 months from now, I could be at Wolfpack Radio 92.7.
Yeah, you could.
If they offer me more money, and I'll be doing all this crap and talking about Jim Valvano.
Promoting Debbie Yao on the program on Thursday, although she's not the AD anymore.
Big Deb.
Just because you love Little Deb now.
We'll talk about our past transgressions.
Yes.
Look, it doesn't even, you're right about the dollar signs and the contract years, because at this point you really got to look at it as everything's year to year, right?
Yes,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
If you don't, all these coaches are full of crap. Lincoln Riley's full of crap. Everybody that leaves is full of crap.
So no extensions. Don't do any extensions that put you in a bigger payout. If you want to give some more money right now, saying, hey, look, we got some people that want to pony up a couple $100,000 to thank them, that's fine. But think of the program of the big picture and say, hey, look, if we need an indoor practice facility, is that what every coach is going to come here and constantly say, which I think every coach since Pirate Radio has been in existence has kind of hinted around or said we need an indoor practice facility, then hit the boosters up for that. Say in order to get the Jimmies and Joes, which are going to make the guys that do the X's and O's look good, let's invest in the program. And I'm not saying, hey, look, because the coaches are on a rental program. And they get an initial deal for 4 to 5 years, that's fine. But be weary of giving all these extensions, because if they're successful after they're 3 or 4 years into their contract, more than likely they're going to be gone.
And that's anywhere,
yes.
Especially, here at East Carolina. I'm not saying any breaking news, but East Carolina is always going to be a stepping stone job. And
every job is.
That's not an insult, because every job is at this point. So that's just the way it is. And when somebody has a bigger pocketbook than your coach is always in trouble of being picked off.
And the craziness of it all is what you just said, that Matt Rule is being rumored to Oklahoma. Cliff Kingsbury is being rumored to Oklahoma. Here's a guy, Cliff Kingsbury, who got fired at Texas Tech, had a job as the offensive coordinator at USC within 48 hours, but did not take it because the Arizona Cardinals hired him. I mean, it's the insanity of, as you said, one person's trash is another man's treasure in this college coaching carousel. And the money, as I said, is just so drunkenly spent by college athletic directors and all these mega boosters that have all the influence on all this stuff. It's just insane to watch. And it's just insane to watch that. I mean, Mel Tucker got close to $100 million and is only like 4 or 5 games over 500.
Yeah.
Nick Saban has won 7 national titles and is making like $200,000 more than Mel Tucker right now. Dabo Swinney's making like $6,000 more and has 2. I mean, so when you start scaling all this, it's like, seriously, like, what is going on around here? It is absolutely insane. And what the madness that I started this talk about beginning was like 12 months ago, every athletic department in the country was broke. They were asking people to take pay cuts. People weren't taking bonuses. They were trying to restructure things. They were cutting sports. LSU at one point, I thought I read a story last year that their athletic department was like this, the funding of the whole state was about to go under. And now it's like $19 million to Ed O. Yep. Check. Who else are we? And they're still searching. They're offering people hundreds of millions of dollars to come coach in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and they can't get anybody right now.
So Raleigh to USC, Temple, and we talked about this, that they had a great stretch of hiring good coaches. Their run came to an end when they hired Rod Carey, and guess what? He is gone. 12-20 in 3 seasons with the Owls. And so Temple has an opening. Oklahoma has an opening. The SMU job has apparently already been filled by Rhett Lashley. The Miami offensive coordinator takes over because Sonny Dykes, and Sonny Dykes likes to move around, doesn't he? He's now at TCU after a brief stint at SMU.
He went to like the John Calipari school of it's kind of like kind of like the Bin Laden of coaches. Always just try to stay ahead of everybody, and of course eventually Bin Laden got caught. But
got to be a better example.
Yeah, maybe a better analogy there. But I mean, it's like Calipari always got out at like UMass, and then he got out at Memphis. Yeah. They both left him on probation, and then he went to Kentucky, where he went
to the Nets somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, he got out to the Nets. I mean, it's just look, and I'm not blaming these coaches. They're playing the craps game. They're like, time to move casinos. The table's getting cool over here at the Caesars. We better go over to the Bellagio.
I mean, that's why I have trouble like saying anything negative about players that leave too. Like if everybody's doing it, then everybody's doing it.
Yeah, but at some point, when are the fans are going to be like, what the? I mean, like, they're just going to start scratching. I mean, at some point, there's going to be some sort of pushback from fans where they're going to be like, well, if the players and coaches are involved.
Fans are fickle, too.
Are changing every year. And, I mean, it really comes down to winning is what it comes down to.
And that's why, like I said, you got to look at it year to year. Like, how'd you do this year? Because next year could be completely different. with a completely different coach and players and all that.
Which is why I've always said, like, hey, look, just put a dollar figure on what a win is worth at East Carolina, what it's worth at Alabama, and pay that. Go 10-2. You get paid X number of dollars for the 10. Get a nice base salary, and then go from there.
Your sports utopia will never come to fruition, though, Ellerbe.
Look, I know that college football is just madness. And then on top of it all, you really only have 10 teams that can win a national championship.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But now that everything's so geared, I mean, Cincinnati was not one of those 10 teams in the conversation.
And they still may not be.
And now that I say that, they're probably not. Yeah.
Alabama beats Georgia, and Cincinnati season is over when it comes to the playoff. And Oklahoma State wins, and Michigan wins.
You're already taking them out of the equation?
Yes. If Alabama somehow beats Georgia, which I don't think is going to happen, that pushes someone else because 2 SEC teams are in.
From I find the funny in everything scenario, I would love somehow Notre Dame creep up ahead of Cincinnati.
Now, that wouldn't...
Even though Cincinnati beat them, could you see that happening? Yeah. I could see them doing that. Just and say Notre Dame played a tougher schedule. And
Lee Corso thinks so.
It would be like the runner-up from Miss Virginia winning Miss Universe over Miss North Carolina. You know, it's crazy. It's the whole thing makes no. It's what you think of, like, well, work hard and the best team will win. If you go out and let it all out on the field.
Jonathan says that Jonathan is talking about, Ellerbe's talking about a Randy Edsall incentive-laden contract, $10,000 for every touchdown, $2,500 for every sack. Randy Edsall would get, like, if you get 2 first downs in the second quarter, you get a bonus. He had the weirdest contract of all time.
I'm straight up wins. I ain't breaking it down on touchdowns and stuff. I mean, that's insane. You know, straight up W's.
You should start your own league.
It would be a tough league.
It would be.
It would be a simple rules league. You win, you get paid. You win, you advance. Yeah. It's not that hard. It's black and white, wins and losses, and go from there. I mean, it's just, but good for. I mean, like I said, great for Lincoln Riley. I thought it was a great move. He went to USC. I think he saw the writing on the wall of that. Maybe he had taken Oklahoma as far. He had this quarterback controversy this year.
A bit cowardly. Would you look at it that way? Which, I mean, it's fine.
How can you say it's cowardly if that's what everybody does in this day and age?
Everybody's a coward. I mean, either way, everybody does it.
Are you a coward? Or are you, as I said, I mean, was Ron Rivera? I mean, because he got fired at the Panthers.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, if you get fired, you're not a coward. You're what? A loser?
Yeah.
And so you're either a coward or a loser, unless what?
No.
Unless you stay at one place like Nick Saban and just. Which he hasn't really stayed at one place either.
Well, Sonny Dykes is not he's in a separate category. So what is he?
What is his category?
I don't know, but
Gypsy?
A vagabond. No, he didn't want to play the SEC. So he's going to go out. I mean, that is an easier place to win, Southern Cal. You can't deny that.
Right. I mean, it's like if you went to Los Angeles where there's no sports radio.
I'm not saying it's not smart, but you can be a smart coward. You can be a dumb hero. It's not just one or the other.
Yeah, but I mean, USC's won national titles.
They have. Smart move to go out there.
And maybe he's like, you know what? Pete Carroll left USC and went to the National Football League, and maybe that's where he wants to. He's Sean McVay. Hot young coach out with the Rams that everybody talks about, running that offense. Maybe he gets out in Los Angeles too, starts showcasing the offense he likes to run in the Coliseum, and then in 3 or 4 years he's in the National Football League.
By the way, Pete Carroll, the Seattle Seahawks have the longest active winning season streak in the NFL at 9 years. And that is in some major jeopardy this year. And the Washington football team could put the death knell in it tonight on Monday Night Football.
Sidebar.
And I'm back in, and I'm really nervous.
You back on the football team?
Yeah, this is...
They've got you emotionally engaged again?
Yep, I'm excited. If they win, this is how bad the NFL is, Ellerbe. If they win, they would be on the 7 line. They'd be in the playoffs if they started next week. That's how bad the NFL is, or how crazy, whatever word you want to use. If Washington wins tonight, they would be on the 7 line for the playoffs. Craziness. Anyway, sorry, you mentioned Pete Carroll. All right, so Mike Houston, is he the coach in the bowl game and to start 2022?
So here, you want to throw another crazy scenario? What if he does get the Virginia Tech job? East Carolina plays Virginia Tech against Mike Houston in the Military Bowl. Have you thought about that?
I have. It was brought up earlier today, and you know what? Let's go completely insane.
Okay.
Let's have Houston in the what color are they? Is it burgundy? What do they call their
maroon?
Red? They're maroon and orange, and he's over there on that sideline with the glasses. And he's coaching against East Carolina about 20, 30 days from now.
But would he coach, or would it be
hell no?
Or would it be the obnoxious coach interview during the bowl games where you're trying to watch your bowl game?
Oh yeah, like when we did played Florida, they talked to Jim McElwain for like an entire quarter.
Right,
it was insane. It'd probably be like that, but that would be something. So you'd have like Donnie Kirkpatrick coaching against some VT assistant, something to that effect.
Well, they already have an interim coach at VT, so the guy that's a former player there took over for
our former offensive line coach, Brad Davis.
Davis.
Coaching who?
LSU.
In their bowl game?
He's bounced around.
Yeah.
Bounced around good.
Yeah. He's an assistant coach that moved a lot.
I saw another former Pirate assistant that was here with Riley, Dennis Simmons. He apparently made the private plane out to USC.
Oh, I knew that was going to happen. I don't think Lincoln Riley was going to get off the airplane without him.
He gets a lot of TV time.
Yes.
He's around Lincoln a lot.
Did I see something about Lincoln's brother Garrett, who was at SMU?
He's going to TCU with Sonny Dykes. Because he was his offensive coordinator.
Okay.
As I believe that
former ECU assistant.
I believe that's been reported.
This is our first show too since Skip Holtz has a
yes.
An open
and the weird
and what is he
unemployment?
Have? Yeah.
Coward, loser.
Coward. He's a loser.
Well, Troy said he was a loser because he was still in Conference USA. That was well documented.
That's where the success lies for him.
When you can't even coach there, what do you call it? So Skip Holtz. What happens to Joe Sloan, our buddy there?
He's a report to be one of the head coaching candidates. If you read certain things,
good for him.
So they fire Skip, but yet they're going to hire his offensive coordinator. Interesting stuff.
We have to at some point today play the call from. Do you need to get out of here, Ellerbe?
No, I'm good right now.
There's you want to hear a 4-minute call real quick?
A 4-minute call?
3.5, 4 minutes.
Well, if it's 3.5, yes. That's shorter than Chandler's story.
We've talked about crazy and insane. Listen to this call.
All right, and the setup for it is perfect. Shirley, do you have it? It's what is it, Mike? Is that his name? Mike in South Carolina from the 5th quarter on Friday night. And Sean on the Facebook Live chat asked a good question. He said, "Where are all the drunk callers?" I don't know. We had some pretty responsible callers tonight.
I think we would have had more drunk callers or
angry.
I think that kind of goes hand in hand. Usually, doesn't it?
Yes.
Not all the time.
Are you a fun drunk or
I'm
angry?
I'm a fun drunk, but I know a lot of angry drunks.
All right.
But I think had it been a 7:00 start time, remember it could have been a 3:30 or a 7:00. I think the 7:00 is usually when you have more of the drunk dialing.
Maybe Mike's drunk. Mike joins us in South Carolina.
Please be drunk, Mike.
Mike, how you doing, man?
Hey, how are y'all doing? I'm not drunk, but I've definitely had a couple of Bud Lights tonight, so I'm feeling pretty good. Ain't no doubt about that.
There you go.
Good to hear.
I would like to know, when are we going to stop making excuses for Mike Houston? Like, obviously, we had a little moral victory today. Rah, we almost beat Cincinnati. But, I got to know, Skip Holtz is unemployed. Why can't we give him a call at this point?
Wait. Whoa. Are you sure? You want to fire Mike Houston and bring in Skip Holtz?
No. That's not what I want to ask him. Mike, are you sure you're not drunk?
I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm a little buzzed. We've had a little bit of libations today.
Why are we firing Mike Houston?
Next Friday. The turkey soaked up the majority of it, but I'm just saying, like Skip Holtz, he's a good coach. He's out there. Mike Houston, he got punked by App State to start the year. He got punked today. He almost lost to Charleston Southern. I think we've been riding nuts all year between him and Holton. I'd say he's available.
I mean, good grief, Mike. He was 7-5 this year after all the losing that went on here, and you're ready to fire Mike Houston.
And this is year.
He lost that.
This is year 3, and on the verge of 8 wins. So I don't see the justification of firing Houston.
But when did we reset our expectations? When Ruff was here, we would beat Virginia Tech. We'd beat
Mike.
We would be good every single year, and now it's like
now we reset the expectations, Mike.
Right,
Because
yeah.
we can't we went what 3 wins all those years. We had low expectations. Now the expectations are raising because they won 7 games this year. So now is when we set our expectations higher.
okay, but here's my question for you. If we don't win 7 games next year, let's say we win 5 and we lose to the Wolf Puppies, does Mike Houston get a break still, or are we kind of like?
No, then you're open for discussion.
I mean, God, man, are you serious? Have you not watched Pirate football the last 7 years?
I have, and that's the thing though. Is like when I was younger, before I was legal drinking age, we would beat good teams. When Shane Carter was there, when Justin Hardy was there, it's like, okay, we won 7 games, we've had a good year. But like we can't be like, oh well, he's better than Scotty Montgomery. I mean, my grandmother was better than Scotty Montgomery if we threw her out there to coach a football team. So I mean, I'm just saying, maybe the fire, and it's not this year, but like.
No, there's no maybe, dummy. Of course it's not this year, Mike.
We just found.
What are you talking about?
We just found my favorite fifth quarter call-in show moment.
Mike,
here, just
come
now.
on. What did you think we were going to do this year? Go undefeated?
I don't know. I thought we would have beat App State.
Okay, that was like 4 months ago. Are you still not over that loss? We've had a lot of football between now and then.
Cincinnati. We put up 14 points against Cincinnati. I thought we were going to cover. I thought we would at least.
How much money did you lose today?
And great teams cover. And while we're at it, Holton needs to go. I understand. Like, he's the shadow AD. He's running things like Jeff Copper used to back in the day.
Oh my God!
It needs to go. That's my opinion. We got to stop riding the hometown kids nuts. Someone said that earlier in the year, and they were nothing but right.
That must have been you, and you're like shining a light on yourself, Mike. Well done. All right. Thank you for at least entertaining us tonight. There's Mike in South Carolina, 7-5. Get Mike Houston the hell out of here.
What the hell was that?
That was Mike in South Carolina.
Bring back Skip Holt.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you're one of those nut riders over there?
Huh?
Yeah, exactly. All right, Leonard is up in Greenville next. Mike in South Carolina, Ellerbe, and was that a real call, or was he being funny? He sounded pretty real to me.
I think.
Do people really think that kind of stuff in their brains?
I think some of it he was thinking it. I think a lot of the Bud Light was talking for him, and maybe he was thinking some of the things that he said out loud that he really probably would not want to say in front of like a dead sober lunch with a group of guys sitting around a table before he'd get asked to leave, just like get laughed at. But worst case scenario, it sounds like we could hire his grandmother and win at least 4 or 5 games because she would be better than Scotty Montgomery, who could only win 3 games.
Yeah.
So we got that going for us as a backup plan. I don't know where she would rank on John Gilbert's list.
If Mike's grandma could get us 4 wins, the players themselves could probably win 2 or 3. We could potentially be back in another bowl.
Bowling with grandma? I mean, Sister Jean did wonders up at Chicago Loyola, whatever. I mean, what if we had Mike's grandma? What a story that would be.
Oh, my God.
I have been thinking since Friday if that call was real or not. I mean,
So where do you stand?
I think it's real. I think this guy actually thinks this way. I mean, I don't know, but the setup for this was hilarious because we were wanting to, we were like, where's the drunk callers? And then also we had a listener who commented on Facebook earlier in the broadcast, and we had just pointed it out. He asked Clip and Billy what their favorite moment was from the fifth quarter this year.
It was almost like
this might be one of the best.
It was almost like it was a setup. I promise you folks it was not. Somebody asked around the same time, where are the drunk callers and what's your favorite fifth quarter moment? And then that was our very next call.
Well,
to make some magic.
Same thing happened to me. I couldn't log into my bank account today, and by the time I stay on hold for 5 minutes to kind of like change my password with them, like I hit send and it works magically. So it's like you ask and you need help, and sometimes there's a gift.
Some of those things just line up in the universe, Ellerbe.
Yeah, say it again. You want the Washington football team to win again tonight to make you emotionally more engaged with them.
I don't know if I can read this on the air, but I will.
Read it.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Wait, did it get deleted?
Is it Mike?
I just read it. It's gone now. Did somebody send a message and then delete it on Facebook Live? It was kind of funny. All right. Anyway, Ellerbe, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
I hope you feel better. You really talked it out today.
Yeah, I got a lot off my chest here.
You were emotional today.
Thank you.
The problem is nothing's going to change, so Ellerbe's going to be like this forever. So,
yeah, let's just, as I said, broke in 2020, college athletics. Drunk again in 2021.
Broke to woke.
Yeah, I mean it is insane. Let's go spend money we don't have.
So is this how you are when the coaching carousel comes out at the end of November?
Every year.
If that's the case, I cannot wait for the end of November for the rest of time.
It is. I mean, it's like the world's changed. It's like Mullen down at Florida goes to the SEC championship last year, fired. Before the last game this year.
About that.
Hunter and it was like, Mom, Dad's acting crazy again. Oh, it's the end of November.
The end of November. Coaching carousel's going on.
I'm just watching amazement of people that, I mean, it's like politicians. That's why people don't like politicians. They just lie,
I know.
We're
right to your face.
We're broke. We need this. The world's coming to an end. And the next thing you know, it's like flying around the world, spending money like drunken sailors.
Let's get a break in. Here's the thing I couldn't read. Chris on Facebook Live says, Mike is his grandmother's nut rider. So, just thank you, Chris, for that. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Brian Bailey joins us when we return on Pirate Radio Live on a Free Beer Monday. Back with you after this.
That's for you. Answer the call from patients who need plasma. Donations are down, so give plasma at a Grifols Center and receive compensation. Visit grifolsplasma.com. Gonna get that? Answer the call from patients who need plasma and receive up to $700 your first month when you donate at a Grifols Center. Visit grifolsplasma.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Cadillac. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get a 2021 Cadillac CT5 lease at $489 a month, 10,000 miles a year for 36 months for qualified buyers. And as always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit QualityEquip.com.
This year, US Cellular is making a big deal out of the holidays. You can choose any phone from any brand free. That's right, any phone you see in our store is free. And get unlimited data for our best price of the season. Just $30 a month per line with 4 lines. Feel the locally grown joy from US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Limited time offer. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
Did you know time spent outdoors can help improve your children's health and bring balance to their life? The Outdoor Heritage Advisory Council invites you to join the Patch program. This program is for any child under the age of 16 and includes activities like fishing, hunting, and hiking. These are just one of the many ways you can earn the exclusive patches from the Outdoor Heritage Council. For more information on how to sign up and get your adventure started, visit outdoorheritage.nc.gov.
Hey folks, Uptown Brewing Company is proud to be your friendly neighborhood brewery. We have an incredible lineup of year-round and seasonal brews available in our tap room, and we're also the home of Billy Beer. The tap room features weekly beer and wine specials, events, and live music on the weekends. Need to book a holiday party? We're happy to accommodate. Our staff goes above and beyond to make you feel welcome and keep your glass full. Come see us at Uptown Brewing Company, 418 Evans Street, Uptown Greenville.
Well, the secret is out. CD's Grill has the best breakfast in Greenville. Start your day with a made-to-order breakfast Monday through Saturday at CD's Grill. Plus, you can enjoy lunch Monday through Friday. And their lunch specials are always a huge hit. Monday, it's barbecue chicken. Tuesday, pork tenderloin and gravy. Wednesday, chicken and pastry. Thursday, barbecue pork chops. And Friday, it's spaghetti. CD's Grill on Fire Tower Road in Winterville, near Evans Street. Stop by CD's Grill for the best country cooking around.
This is Stephen Igo, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you here on Pirate Radio Live. We'll open up the Players Lounge beginning at 4 o'clock. Rajay Harris, DJ Ford. Also in the 4 o'clock hour, Tyler Sneed, Bruce Bivens, Xavier Smith. At 5 o'clock, we'll talk to Holden Ahlers. At 5:30, CJ Johnson. So we'll get the Pirates' take on what happened on the field against Cincinnati, but also their berth to the Military Bowl and looking back at this 2021 regular season as a whole. Right now, we'll head out to the Fixed NC Live line. Great edition of the Brian Bailey Show earlier today, if you missed it, as he talked Liberty Bowl and some high school football. Congratulations to Will Bland and the J.H. Rose Rampants on advancing to the Eastern Finals coming up on Friday. We'll dive into that and more right now with Double B. Bailey, how you doing, man?
Hey, did you say Liberty Bowl?
I did, and I meant Military Bowl.
I may have said it a couple of times. As soon as you said it, I was like, yeah, oh, no, it's military. So I think I said it too, but yeah, Military Bowl, yeah.
Thank you for catching me there, and it's not the first time I've done that, so that could be a problem. The Pirates have been going there so many times over the years that I don't know why that gets stuck in my head. Military Bowl is the bowl they'll be going to, Bailey.
Well, you know, and the logos, I mean, the Liberty Bell was with the Liberty Bowl, obviously, and then the old logo for the Military Bowl was the Capitol building, I think, wasn't it? Or the White House? One of the Capitol, I think.
Thank you for making me not sound as dumb, even though I am, Bailey. I'm not dumb like some Washington fans.
Yeah, no, you're not. You're not dumb at all.
By the way, we'll dive into some NFL later, Chandler.
I'm not dumb like some Cowboy fans.
Thank you for that. We're far enough removed from Thanksgiving. I do want to ask you a question in all sincerity, Bailey. I'm not picking on your team. Your team is still going to win the NFC East. They're fine. This is a legit question because you have a relationship with Robert Jones and the Jones family. You're, Zay, all the family. He has his best game as a pro, right? The other day against Dallas. So what are you thinking when that's going on against your team?
I was obviously very glad for Zay, but it was one of those deals. I was so caught up with how many penalties that the Cowboys were committing, and some of the ones, you could argue with the officials, but the interference calls, I just don't understand a defensive back, whether they're playing Pop Warner or NFL football, but you're taught, and I'm a slow, fat guy who can't cover anybody, but if I could cover somebody, and as soon as you think the ball's in the air, you got to turn. You got to turn your head. And that got me. I was so riled up about all that on Thanksgiving that I didn't worry about anything else. But I was proud of Zay. Zay needs a couple of, all he needs is a chance. I think he's a very good player, and I was glad for Robert and everybody. And I think that was a positive from Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Mike McCarthy does need to show him how to line up, too, properly. They had a few of those on Thursday. Now I am making fun of your team.
We don't have to worry about that this week because Coach McCarthy has COVID.
Oh, that was an inside job. Who put up a false positive test so McCarthy wouldn't coach this week? Was that Kellen Moore? Was it Dak? Jerry Jones?
Schneid. Yeah, off the Schneid.
Anyway, all right, let's get on to the important stuff. Pat said he or she is just tuning in and wants to know Mike Houston to Duke. What's up with those rumors? We'll go ahead and throw in Virginia Tech, too. What, if anything, Bailey, are you hearing about Mike Houston and these other schools potentially wanting to talk to him?
Well, as we said on the radio, on my radio show today at noon, I did send Coach Houston. These things are so touchy because, it's the coach's business what he wants to do, but it's our business, to get the story. And it's my business to try to get it first. And you try to digest through everything you can go through. And it's like a cesspool out there of information because a lot of it's just totally wrong. So you're trying to get the best information you can. The only definitive thing that I do know is that Coach said he was going to address it on his coach's show tonight. So that means that he's going to say something. And I joked about it, at noon that he's obviously not going to take another job on his own coach's show. So
that would be a first. That would be interesting if he is talking to Jeff Charles, I guess, who's hosting the and says, "Well, I've decided to take the Virginia Tech job," and then there's like 30 minutes left to go in the show. Like, what do they do the rest of the time?
Yeah, that would be a true drop the mic.
And we'd be dropping Mike as well if that were the case. But no, Bailey. So it's just one of those things. It means East Carolina's had some success, and Pirates going 7-5 this year. And we'll talk to the players coming up later on today. But having talked to a few of those guys already, they really felt like that they belonged on the field with Cincinnati. And as I pointed out, you take away the second quarter, which you can't do because it's part of the game, but dang, Bailey, if there was no second quarter, East Carolina might have won that game on Friday.
And this has been such an intriguing season because you look at so many of the games. So if you look at all the positives in the games and look at could you have won this one, could you have won that one, could you have won that one, you can make an argument that you could have won a whole lot of those games. But then if you look at the other side, well, we could have lost this. There's a whole lot of the Pirates could have lost as well. So I think it evened up 7-5. I think the guys do think that they had a chance to be better than that, but I think it's just a chance to come back next year with a veteran team. This is a young football team right now, and you don't lose all that much. You do lose a couple of key spots, but and depending on what all happens, who all does come back. But I think it's a bright future for East Carolina, and that's, as you said, one of the reasons that people talk to coaches like Mike Houston because he's been successful in the past, and this team is trending in the right direction at 7-5 and heading to a bowl game. So.
Randy on Facebook Live says, when I hear Duke, I just ask why. It's a basketball school. Well, my first answer would be money, and my second answer would be money. If somebody's willing to pay you more money, there's also some ego that goes along with it that says, well, I can turn this around. I can do this. And I think about ECU basketball with that, Bailey. You talk to these coaches when they come in. I remember you telling me about, I think the Pirates won 4 in a row or something with Jeff Lebo, and you were like, man, this is great. We don't see this winning a lot. And he's like, well, we haven't done anything. And you're like, trust me, you've done something. Some of these guys just don't. They think that they can kind of change the whole dynamic of where they are, and that's why they go to some of these places that aren't traditional winners because they're getting more money and they think they can be the guy to turn it around. So there's a lot of reasons. Coaches are going to listen to all the opportunities out there, as they should.
Yeah, and that's all well and good. And you look at these coaches. I mean, if you look at Coach Houston this year, at one point people were, and the message boards are trying to write him off.
Yeah,
and, just think if the Memphis and the Navy game, which were both won on the last play of the game, if they go the other direction, the Pirates aren't going to a bowl, and nobody's talking to Coach Houston.
Man, it is a fine line, isn't it, Bailey?
It's the finest of lines this year.
You're exactly right. Double B Brian Bailey joining us. Bailey, what did you think when Lincoln skipped town and got on a private jet overnight and headed to USC?
That's one of those things because I know Lincoln just well enough that I could talk to him and ask him questions. I would like to. Not that I can do it. I can't call him on the phone and he'll answer the phone or anything. But I'm saying I'd like to just sit down with him and say, run this by me. I mean, you're making these many millions at Oklahoma. Why go to USC? Why do it? I really thought in my gut that he would stay at Oklahoma until he went to the pros. And I think he wasn't going to go to the pros for a Jacksonville Jaguar job. He was going to go for one of the elite jobs. And I think that I thought that anyway. But that's not going to be the case, I guess. He's going to go to USC for at least, you got to think he's going to go for 2 or 3 years and then go from there. But I don't know. I was really shocked when it was USC because I thought LSU is still the SEC. I'm sure there are going to be lots of millions, and I really didn't think that was going to happen. I really thought my theory was he'll stay at Oklahoma until he goes to the NFL. But that didn't happen.
And I said earlier today, I'm shocked that people are still shocked when coaches make these moves. And then you said, I'm shocked that I'm shocked. Everybody's shocked.
Yeah.
But it just happens. So we talked about it with Ellerbe a moment ago. It's almost like you just need to, I don't know, as a fan, what do? You just worry about this season because you don't know what it's going to look like a year from now. And so many examples of that can be the case. So.
And you look at a job like Virginia Tech. I mean, they obviously have a rabid fan base. You know, they're really into their football. And if you go there and have great success, then and everybody says just this job's a stepping stone. You know, we just saw that Oklahoma's a stepping stone for some. So any job can be a stepping stone. But on the other side, you know, Justin Fuentes, he goes to Virginia Tech after a great run at Memphis with all kinds of wins, and he couldn't get it done. And so, you know. And people say, well, you make enough money to be set for life. Well, these coaches, they want to be set for life. But they also, want to continue their careers. They want to set their own legacy.
Yeah, but
look at all of it.
Got to strike while the iron's hot, and you always feel like the grass is greener if you're in that situation. I mean, look at Skip Holtz and where he is. You know, he went to South. He's been fired from his last 2 jobs, Bailey, after leaving East Carolina.
Well, that's exactly right. And you got to think, and I don't know how much money East Carolina has. But at the worst case scenario, what Coach Houston's going to do out of this thing is get a nice raise if they can.
Yeah,
I'm sure some donor somewhere will be able to ante up and obviously you turn the program into a winning team this year and you deserve a problem.
Yeah, and it would be a tough time to lose them because we finally got this thing on the right track and 7 wins in 2021. Somebody asked on the 5th quarter. At what point do we raise expectations? Well, now's the time because we're seeing these wins. And I was thinking about it, Bailey. You go into next year, the preseason polls for the AAC, Cincinnati and Luke Fickell might still be there, and then they'll be 1 and all. But Dylan Gabriel is transferring. Sonny Dykes left SMU for TCU. You could see the Pirates might be top 3, Bailey, in the polls next year.
I said the same thing this weekend to somebody. I said they could be picked. I said as high as 3rd, with what you just said and some of the things that just happened, maybe as high as 2nd. And that would be truly something. I mean, but look at this year. They came so close to being able to play in that championship game.
All right, I've just been notified that my cliche game is on point today, so I'll work on that and stop saying that you win some, you lose some, and all the cliches. So I'm sorry. Bailey, as a longtime sports broadcaster, you know how important cliches are to get through a show, right?
We all try not to use them, and we all use them anyway.
I'm like the girl with the curl, Bailey.
Exactly. Insane. Well, who knew it was Longfellow, by the way? I looked it up.
Bailey, thanks for joining us, man. Once again, you can check out the Brian Bailey Show, all the info you need on the Military Bowl, some cool stuff there. And then Will Bland keeps getting it done. Where's that game? Rose or Jacksonville on Friday?
7:30 at Rose. Rose is the higher seed. Remember, they played earlier this season in a great game, 28-21. So it should be outstanding. Great atmosphere, and it's a great time of the year when you continue to win and continue to get those games.
Yes, sir. Another great. This is a Baileyism. If you're practicing on Thanksgiving, you had a good season. You always say. I hadn't heard you say that this year, Bailey. You always say that.
Well, I'm trying to stay away from cliches.
All right.
I'm just kidding.
BB, let's go Washington football team tonight. Big one. Let's get a W.
I always root for the silver team when they play the Washington football team. So go Seahawks.
All right, Bailey's a big Russell Wilson NC State guy. You heard it here first.
Oh. There you go.
See you, Bailey.
All right.
There's Brian Bailey. Let's take a timeout. We'll wrap up this hour. I'll talk about Max Scherzer when I get back. And you know what? I'm going to waste time on such a non-story. But I'm talking about Max Scherzer going to the Mets when I get back because I got some thoughts on it. So we'll do that.
I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Who cares?
You're right, Chandler. And I'll tell you why you shouldn't care. And this is the biggest nothing burger ever when we return after this.
To To some, that may just sound like ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But to a Bud Light legend, it's a signal that says it's time. Time to dust off the barbecue tongs and load up the cooler with 37 Bud Lights and an assortment of dips. Because it's time to take back all the fun we've missed. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. Let's take summer by the coolers. Cooler up at BudLightLegends.com. Enjoy responsibly. 2021 AB Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Burgers, wings, hand-cut, hand-breaded chicken tenders, fresh salads, and cold beer is the starting lineup at Tiebreakers and has been keeping customers happy for 20 years. Tiebreakers family atmosphere is the perfect place to come watch your favorite team play while enjoying a great lunch or dinner. In a hurry or looking for catering options? Get Tiebreakers to go. That now includes the new curbside pickup by ordering online at tiebreakersnc.com. Tiebreakers in Greenville and now open in Winterville.
Sawyer's Fun Park is the place to be this holiday season. You know the kids already love it, but now the adults can have fun too. Visit the brand new expanded patio at Sawyer's Fun Park. On Wednesdays, it's karaoke. Thursday is open mic night, and Friday and Saturday evenings always feature live music. Let the kids have a blast hanging out at Sawyer's Fun Park, and now you can have as much fun too. And remember, it's never too early to buy gift cards. Sawyer's Fun Park, fun for kids of all ages, including adults. Sawyer's Fun Park on Corey Road in Winterville.
Hey, this is John Grillo, the Bagel Man. You know I love bagels. I don't settle for frozen bagels. That's why we make our bagels right here in Greenville from scratch every day. If you're coming into Bagel Man, you'll notice that there's some renovation going on. Our menu is bigger and better than ever. Our sandwiches, heroes, subs, salads, wraps, bagel dogs, fresh baked pastries, and our new coffee bar. Soon we're going to be opening for dinner. Don't forget Bagel Man for all your catering needs on Fire Tower Road in Greenville.
Although innovative new resources such as digital media and social networks have grown in popularity, smart marketers recognize that printing is a mainstay.
We live in an age of computer hacking, scams, and fly-by-night businesses, so it's reassuring to consumers when they receive printed marketing pieces.
It exemplifies business confidence and conveys a high level of commitment.
It also fosters trust, which leads to engagement and ultimately brand loyalty.
When you're ready to grow your business, come to PIP, where business goes to grow.
There's clearly a difference.
Hi, this is Todd Mitchum with Mercer Glass, Eastern North Carolina's most complete glass company. Mercer Glass specializes in windows, shower doors, auto glass, and mirrors. We can install or repair almost anything made of glass in your home or business. So give us a call at Mercer Glass. That's 752-5101. That's 752-5101.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers. Football is back! Just how you remembered it. Tailgates with an ice-cold Pepsi in hand? Totally back. That between play sprint to the fridge for more Pepsi is back, baby! I really miss this. Anyways, consider this your official excuse for always putting football watching first, courtesy of Pepsi. That haircut appointment? Your mom told us you look great, so you should probably reschedule. Seeing the in-laws for the first time in ages.
It's been so long.
Nope, sorry, Susan. Not if it's on Sunday. Long story short, after the year we've all had, we think you could use a little football watching. So crack open a Pepsi and cheer your football watching face off. With love, Pepsi. Made for football watching. That's what I like.
Hi, this is Billy Parker at Parker's Barbecue. Did you know that we have party rooms at our Memorial Drive location? We can accommodate parties from 10 to 110, or anything in between. We can serve family-style buffet or order off the menu. Parker's Barbecue. Come celebrate with us.
Hey everybody, this is David Glenn, and you're listening to my favorite station in Eastern North Carolina, Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. University PC Care are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's Clip Rock.
Alrighty, back with you here. We'll wrap up the hour and get to the Players Lounge. Rajay Harris, DJ Ford coming up. Also, later on in the show, you'll hear from Tyler Sneed, Bruce Bivens, Xavier Smith, Holt Nailers, and CJ Johnson. But real quick, as we wrap up this hour, news today, and it is news, it should be reported that Max Scherzer signed a 3-year, $130 million contract with the New York Metropolitans. And that $43.33 million average annual salary sets a record, surpassing Garrett Cole's contract with the New York Yankees. Max Scherzer, 37 years old, the oldest player in MLB history to sign a $100 million contract.
Can still hum it.
Definitely. He's a fantastic pitcher. And that's fine. That's fine. But
how pointless is this deal?
Where I lose my junk is when people bring the Braves into it. What do the Braves have to do with this? Why is this?
I was a victim of that this morning.
You were, and I'm sorry, Chandler. I took it out on you when you were like, "Oh, Max, oh boy!"
I said, "Man, he's coming back to the NL East, and he's not a Nat, so we'll both have to face him." And boy, did you let me have it.
Who cares? Why should I, as a Braves fan, care about this? Let's do a little segment, Chandler, called Remind Me. Remind me where Max Scherzer played before he went to the Dodgers.
The Nationals.
Yeah. Remind me how many NL East titles the Braves have in a row.
5.
Well, 4 or 5. Is it 4 or 5?
You said 5 this morning.
I think it might be 4, but it's 4 or 5. Remind me who he played for last year.
The Dodgers.
Remind me who the Braves beat in the NLCS.
That would be the Dodgers.
Remind me who couldn't pitch in the NLCS because he had a boo-boo.
Max Scherzer.
Why do I care about all this? Do you want to hear some other numbers, Chandler? I'm sure you do.
Sure.
You want to hear his numbers against the Braves recently?
Let me hear it.
As to why any of us should care about this. Max Scherzer, 1-3 with an ERA over 5 in his past 7 starts versus the Braves. He is 10-9, not great. 3.89 ERA in 28 career games versus Atlanta. He has 1 postseason start, 4-6 in those past 15 starts. He sounds like an average pitcher. He is not. He is a great pitcher, but he's going to the Mets, so he's going to have an injury. He'll probably be out for like all of May and June with something. Once you put on the Mets jersey, you get hurt. That is just scientific fact. This is nothing. This is a giant nothing burger. Good for the Mets and for their fans for signing a player. Go out and buy MLB The Show and play with him on a video game where he can't get hurt, because that's the only way this is going to mean anything. The Braves are still going to run the NL East like they always do. The Mets are going to be talked up in the offseason as they always do. Who did they sign? Was it Marte? Starling Marte they got the other day? And maybe it's just idiots like Mike in South Carolina who are like, Braves run's coming to it. Give me a freaking break. This is all nothing. This is off-season nonsense garbage. It does not matter at all once they start playing real baseball. This is a giant nothing burger. If you disagree with me, come back to me next baseball season. The Mets they might make a wild card. That would be fun. And hey, maybe he'll be healthy enough to start that one wild card game they play. But this is nothing. This is a blip, not even a blip, on the baseball radar. Max Scherzer to the Mets. Nobody should care. You shouldn't care. I don't care. Why? Do you care?
I don't anymore.
Good. You shouldn't care. I am raising awareness that you should not care about this. And I have only 3 precious hours a day to talk. And I have wasted time talking about this giant nothing burger.
I'm so glad I'm in the AL East.
This move, it makes...
but it means nothing.
It means nothing, Shirley.
Oh, it means nothing, but you guys are getting so worked up over it, and I'm just enjoying the
I'm
nothing.
Getting worked up and people getting worked up.
You know,
I'm not worked up until people got worked up.
Well, this nothing burger is rather tasty. I'm just saying.
It's nothing.
There's been a lot of action. There's been a lot of movement and action in the MLB in the past couple of days, especially today. I've seen a lot of news of players going and moving around.
Good input. Jonathan says $43.3 million a year for a 37-year-old pitcher who ended the season with a dead arm. I'm not saying Max Scherzer is still not a good pitcher. He could win another Cy Young. He's a great pitcher. But as far as what this matters for postseason, for the NL East, for somehow the Mets being better than the Braves, I can barely say it without laughing. This is a nothing. Zero. Mike Houston said it best when he was asked about how much he's talking about a bowl game.
None.
Zero.
None.
Zesty.
It does not matter.
None.
All right.
Zero.
Let's take a break. We'll come back.
This has been your segment about a nothing burger.
This has been Emotional Nothing Burgers. When we return, the Braves will still be World Series champions, and the Mets will still suck forever.
Man, I tell you what, Ellerbe started the show off hot. This past segment was hot with his emotions.
Look, I'm an old man. I'm a 40. The offseason doesn't matter anymore. All your drafts, all your acquisitions. Show me results during the season. That's what I care about. And I will not be tricked again. And you Mets and Phillies fans should not get tricked again. You do this crap every offseason. I see projections for the regular season. They'll start coming out in like February and March. Watch how many of those have the Mets and the Phillies ahead of the Braves.
Well, who was it?
It
was last year, the shortstop.
You're idiots.
Lindor. It was
Francisco Lindor.
It was the same way with him.
How'd that go? Bryce Hooper went to the Phillies. Bryce Harper had to leave Washington for Washington to win a World Series. It's just nothing burgers. All right, we'll be back after this.
If you live in Eastern North Carolina, chances are you've heard of Riley's Army. Riley's Army started in 2008 and has provided emergency support to over 300 families who have a child with cancer. Join us on Sunday, December 12th at 2 p.m. at the Winterville Parks and Rec campus for the Santa Dash, benefiting kids with cancer and their families right here in our community. Bring a new, unwrapped gift for a Riley's Army family and help us give our families the Christmas they deserve. Register at runtheeast.com or call us at 252-481-4471. We can't do it alone. We need an army.
In studio with Jessica from Fresh Vibes. What's new?
We have been keeping Pirate Nation and Eastern North Carolina healthy for over 5 years now, offering fresh juices, healthy smoothies, salads, soups, sandwiches, acai parfaits, and the best part, we source organic and local. So if you're looking to get healthy, stay healthy, or jumpstart your health journey, come see us at one of our 2 locations, on Charles Boulevard near McAllister's Deli or across from Physicians East on Arlington Boulevard, or order online at localfreshvibes.com. Fresh Vibes, where local meets fresh.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more is Signs and Tint. Signs and Tint is family owned and operated right here in Greenville, and their NC licensed electricians specialize in vehicle wraps, paint protection film, and more. They can even do building signs for your business. Signs and Tint offers 10% off for military and first responders. Also, make sure to mention Pirate Radio at checkout for a discount. Stop by their office today at 801 Staten Road or visit them online at signsandtint.com.
The busiest travel days of the year will soon be here. What better way to arrive at Grandma's house, or any house, than in a beautiful new vehicle? Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. The new models are a feast for the eyes, and as comfortable as mashed potatoes and apple pie. And comfortable is the way you feel each and every time you visit our dealership. Come in and get you one. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Come in and see our holiday savings. You'll drive home satisfied.
If you are push mowing your yard using an inefficient lawn tractor or your current zero-turn spends more time in the shop than mowing your grass, it's time you look at a Hustler zero-turn lawnmower. Residential mowers from Hustler are built like tanks and drive like sports cars. All Hustler mowers have fabricated, welded steel decks. Don't settle on cheap units with flimsy stamped decks from big box stores. Come see Ron Ayers Motorsports. It will guide you to the right mower for your property and your budget. Find us at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
Hey Pirate fans, your one-stop shop for all your tailgate essentials is Shimmer Boutique. Need some purple and gold to wear? Shimmer has a great selection of clothing for men, women, and children. Need some shoes? Shimmer has the best selection of Hey Dudes around. Need a cooler for tailgating? Shimmer has you covered with a huge selection of Yeti and outdoor accessories. Shimmer, just 1 minute from the stadium on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks and in Winterville and Jacksonville. Find us online at shimmerboutiqueonline.com. Go Pirates!
This is a public notice. Only Discount Mattress and Furniture, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Every single item must be sold at pennies on the dollar. All wood chest, $99. Computer desk, $99. Nightstands, $49. Dinette sets, table 4 chairs, $199. Chairs, end tables, coffee tables, $20. Bedroom suits, living room suits, up to 75% off. Regular mattresses sets, regular $500. Today, $200. Discount Mattress and Furniture, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Winning is not everything, it's the only thing.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC will match all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you here on Pirate Radio Live. About time to step into the Players Lounge. Before we do, real quick, going off that last segment we had, just wanted to look it up. The Braves have won 4 in a row, 4 division crowns in a row. Also wanted to point out that the New York Mets have been in the NL East since 1969. The Braves joined the NL East in 94, which I guess that was the season there was no World Series. So I guess 95, their first full year. So the Mets have been there since 69, Braves since 95, basically. The Braves have won 16 division titles. The Mets have won 6. So just pointing that out. Just some numbers. I'm a numbers guy. I'm a good pointer. A stats guy. I'm a good pointer.
You're a good pointer.
It is a stat to consider.
Consider that stat. And consider that stat when you
stats to consider.
Start to make your projections for the 2022 season that won't even happen.
If I ever need somebody to point something out, I'm going to get Clip Brock.
Shut up,
because
Chandler.
man, he's a good pointer.
All right,
let's get to the Players Lounge.
Who are you?
Oh, he is such a foul mood now.
You're Mr. Cocky all of a sudden.
You better watch it, man.
He's a tad bit salty.
We hadn't even brought up Cam Newton stats from yesterday because I got a lot of Supermaning to do around here if you want me to. In fact, Shirley is
that would be.
Oh God, they are
2 a time, baby.
Well, I tell you what it is. It's Waddle time. Waddle is a beast.
Shirley, you should waddle around the studio. Chandler, you need to relax,
You're getting
buddy.
cocky, man. I don't like it.
My team won the World Series.
I don't like cocky Clip.
My team. I'm so used to being bad. My team sucking. Yeah, it's time to celebrate. My alma mater's going to a bowl. My baseball team won the World Series. My NFL team with a win tonight could jump into a playoff. Whatever.
You know what? No. You know what? Good for you. I'm happy.
Your team sucks.
You know what? Now I know how you feel and have felt for the past 5-6 years, maybe more than that.
Are you gonna?
And so when I finally win another World Series and a Super Bowl, or and the Pirates go to a bowl game in the same year.
Did you say another Super Bowl? Or
didn't you experience the Super Bowl in your life? I haven't. No, sir.
Yeah, you used the word another. That's why I was questioning it. You've never had a Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I mean, when I win a Super Bowl.
Okay, all right. You used the word another.
And I didn't mean to.
And I'm a good pointer.
You pointed it out. You're a good pointer.
All right, we're going to move on from this, I promise. But do you want to say Cam stats, or do I need to look them up?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, dude. Just go ahead.
Cam Newton yesterday.
5 for 21.
Holy crap. Is this real? This ain't real.
It is real, dude.
5 of 21. So that's, for people that don't understand, 5 completions to 21. He threw the ball 21 times.
Yeah.
5 of those were caught by a Panthers player.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you watch the game?
I did not. I listened to some of Mick Mixon's call on the way to Raleigh.
Did anybody out there who talks crap about this guy, don't get me wrong, he sucked yesterday. Yes, he did. Absolutely. Look at the stats. I want you to actually watch a Panther game. I want you to go through what I go through every single Sunday with this offensive line that has no protection for the quarterback. They put P.J. Walker in there, and he sacked 3 times in 4 plays.
Chandler.
This offensive line sucks. We had the wide receivers. Even DJ Moore, who is considered our number 1 receiver on this offense, was dropping balls. You have Robbie Anderson, who's been dropping balls all year. I mean, look, when I tell you this, every single phase of the football game for the Panthers sucked yesterday.
Chandler.
Sucked.
That is a lot of balls that are being dropped.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to use the old phrase I heard growing up. I don't know if this is PC today, but I wouldn't watch the Panthers with Stevie Wonder's eyes.
That's brutal.
Cam Newton had 92 passing yards, 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. Real quick, let's go to the Fix and See Live line. Mike Mullis is hanging on. What's up, Mully?
Hey, Clip. I really didn't want to talk to you, Chandler. I remember the first game back from Cam, and I run into Chandler, and he is giddy as a schoolgirl. And he's so excited that he goes, Mully, he's back. I said, yeah, I saw him.
He was back. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Touchdown and a passing touchdown. I'm telling you, Chandler, as soon as I saw that performance, I really couldn't wait. I really couldn't wait to speak to you about it.
He's got 6 touchdowns in 3 games.
And almost that many interceptions, too. But I also wanted to offer my condolences because I do like Chandler. And I got a chance to meet his dad, and that kind of draws me a little closer. But McCaffrey out for the season, too?
Oh, it's done, Molly. It's done. It's over. It's over. I know it's over. Are you calling into this radio show to tell me it's over? I know it's over.
No, I just, you know what, man? I wish you the best.
Thanks, Molly.
That means a lot coming from Molly.
That means a lot.
Chandler, I wish you the best.
Molly, we'll get you on later this week for a segment.
Yeah, we'll catch up when we have more time.
All right, Molly.
See you, Molly.
All right.
That was great. That's the guy who I wanted to hear from at that time.
I tell you what.
We got to get to the Players Lounge.
And you pointed that out. Good point.
All right, let's hear from Rajay Harris and DJ Ford. They dropped by the Pirate Radio studios earlier today. All right, back inside the Players Lounge on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Got East Carolina running back Rajay Harris and Pirate safety DJ Ford here, guys. How we doing today?
Great. Good
to see y'all. Congratulations. You got the news that you'll be heading to the Military Bowl, and that's some big news. Pirates going to a bowl game for the first time since 2014. So You don't get the result you want against Cincinnati, but shortly after that, you find out where you're headed. So what were those feelings like? You're coming off a loss, but you get that big kind of shot in the arm with the Military Bowl invite.
The emotions were a little all over the place, obviously upset after taking a loss to Cincinnati. We felt like we had a chance, we didn't take advantage of that opportunity, but it is exciting to get to go to a bowl game, like you said, first time in a long time, so we're fired up.
Rajay, what were you thinking when you heard that news? You knew you were going to a bowl, you just didn't know where yet. So what do you think about the Military Bowl?
I was sitting beside Coach Mr. Gilbert when we got the news or whatever, so I was kind of looking at his paper, but I couldn't really see anything. So when I got the news, was very excited. Like I said, I'm really excited for like the seniors and the people that's been here, like Bruce and Sean Bailey, that ain't never got to experience nothing like this. So we just got to keep this going, next year and the year after that, and just keep on going.
I saw a tweet from Trip Weaver going into the game on Friday, and he said that the senior spoke, and he just talked about how that is like so special to him and this team that sometimes you hear from the coaches, and sometimes you hear but when you hear from guys that have been here for so long, it really probably stands out to you. So what was that like here? Who spoke and what did they have to say going into that game on Friday?
It was strong. Every senior had the chance to speak, and guys kind of took it in their own direction with what they wanted to say. But there were definitely some strong, heartfelt messages that were shared with the team. Some guys shared like some of the adversity they had overcome, with people like not believing in them, saying you'll never be this, never be that. Other guys, it was injuries, some guys just talking about how much ECU meant to them and how excited they were to play their last game, So.
And Rajay, those guys kind of laid the foundation. Now it's your responsibility, I guess, to keep it rolling these next few years, right?
Definitely, yeah. DJ hit it right on the head. They came in there with a powerful message. I'm pretty sure everybody, took it in and realized, that we're here for a reason and we're here to, accomplish big things. So, it was a good message from everybody. Audie had a really good message. He was up there for about 15 minutes.
Like 30.
he had a good message for us, though.
Warren Saba, another guy that's been around here a long time, and I was watching the game Friday, and it was kind of out of reach when he got his second pick, but I'm sitting here like, man, I'm so happy for that guy. Like, and I'm sure you guys feel the same about your teammates when they have success, but to get 2 picks on his final game at Dowdy Ficklin, I mean, that's pretty awesome stuff.
Put the work in, man. Like, he come to practice every day, and he put it in, so, that's big congrats to him.
Rajay, something I've been wanting to talk to you about the entire year, but I'm very superstitious, and I hate to even bring it up, but I'm going to say it today. You still got one more game, but it's not for a while. So if something goes bad, it's not my fault. But ball security, your ball security has been great this year.
I appreciate it.
And it's something that you don't want to bring up because you feel like you'll jinx it. But I remember last year you would get your yards. About 5 or 6 guys would try to tackle you. They'd hold you up, and the ball would come loose at the last second. That happened a couple times. But how much do you pride do you take in that? How much do you work on that during the week? Because it's certainly paid off for you this year.
Well, still to this day, I work on my ball security after practice or during practice. It was just, man, I hated it last year. After every game and before every game, I just think like I can't fumble today. So, going into the offseason, I told Coach Foster, like, I need a way to hold the ball, protect the ball. So he gave me some, some ideas and some things to work on. And I tried it out. And Big John really helped me with my grip this offseason.
That's great.
Kept my fingers up a little bit, but, it helped. So I'm going to keep on continuing to do what I'm doing, just protect the rock.
That's interesting that you went to them for help, and it certainly paid off. DJ, how about from your perspective as a defensive player? Sometimes it takes a lot for a guy to say, you know what, I'm not doing this to the best of my ability. So how much have you gone to the coaches or gone to maybe your teammates and asked for pointers or I don't know, being a senior, maybe you're giving the pointers at this point?
It's a little bit of both, actually. So I go to other guys on the team, I ask, what do you think I'm doing well? What do you think I could do better? And especially coaches, because you always want to hear from a coach's perspective, like, what do you think I'm doing well? What do you think I need to work on? What do you think is my strong suit? What do you think is my weakness? So just take those things and take the constructive criticism and go work on it. Like Rajay said, before practice, during practice, after practice, whatever it may be, But setting aside time to work on those things to better yourself. So
DJ, the defense, first quarter, third quarter, and then really part of the fourth too, controlled that game against Cincinnati. That's kind of the frustrating part. You felt like you were in it. When you left the field that day, did you feel like we just took on one of the best 5 teams in the country? Like, we could see them play. They put up some big numbers. They're really good. How about playing them on the field? Did they feel like they were a different opponent than maybe you've seen this year so far?
Not to take anything away from them, but we entered the game approaching Cincinnati just like we did App State, just like we did South Carolina, just like we did every other week. Yeah. So we try to, take a nameless, faceless approach to each game, and that's kind of how we treat them during the game as well. So,
how about their defense, Rajay? Were they kind of different than what you've seen this year?
I mean, they got a great defense, strong physicality. But like DJ said, we're not going to run from them. So, Coach Houston said yesterday, physicality-wise, like, it was even, watching film or whatever. So, they're the number 4 team, but we didn't see that going into the game.
I know you're going to answer like that because you get up from every tackle almost like you wanted the guy to hit you harder.
Oh, yeah. Come on. Come on now.
I love to watch you run. I especially love after the run. Definitely. And I don't know what you and that guy are saying, but there's some talking going on.
Yeah, it was. He was doing some things, but it'd be all right, though.
It makes it fun. It makes it fun for us anyway.
Definitely.
Talking to Rajay Harris, DJ Ford here in the Pirate Radio studio. So what does your schedule look like, I guess, for this week? I guess returning to practice Thursday, is that right?
Yes, sir. The coaches wanted to give us a little bit of time to get our bodies right, kind of decompress, take a step back and just have a break, a little bit of a mental break, a little bit of a physical break, and then be able to come back ready to roll, locked in, ready to get right for the bowl game.
It's a long time between now and December 27th, so it's going to be a lot of practicing. From what I gathered, this is a very important time for the younger guys on the team to get some work in. Have y'all got together and gone over a plan for December, or is that to be determined at this point?
He said something about it yesterday. We was going to meet up by the end of the week, and he's going to give us a paper with the schedule or whatever. So, we're waiting on that. So when we get that, and that's what we'll know.
I believe you arrive at the bowl game the week before, like midweek, the 22nd, 23rd, something like that. And they're going to have all kinds of stuff scheduled for you. Should be a ball. You guys have, DJ, you've been to a bowl game previously, so you kind of know what to expect maybe, but these other guys on the team don't. So they'll probably be asking you a lot of questions here.
Yeah, they have. They already have been.
What's the best bowl game swag you've received, DJ, so far? How many bowl games you been to?
I've been to 2.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And I guess I would say just the backpacks and the jumpsuits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you get some gear, Raj.
Yeah, those are cool.
I need that. I need that.
And it's really cool because it has the bowl game logo on it as well. So
and they'll have all kinds of activities. Like I think Bryce Williams was telling us when he played, they were in Florida and they did some kind of belly flop competition with the O-linemen. I've heard of bowling competitions, video games.
Yeah, video games. I can do that.
Ready for all of it.
Okay. Xavier Smith claims he's like the best video game player that's ever lived. So y'all gonna have to take the sticks from him.
He's pretty good, though.
Okay, pretty good. All right.
I get to him. Pretty good.
We don't know the opponent yet. We do know it's an ACC school, so that's exciting. DJ could be seeing some of his old friends, perhaps. Could be a team from Virginia Tech, or Virginia. Do y'all look into that at all? Do you care? Do you speculate who that's going to be?
I mean, I try not to look too much into it because if you look on social media and everything, they'll tell you every team in the conference.
Yeah, that's true.
You hear a little bit of this, that, and everything. So I just kind of wait until I get some official news and then just kind of go from there.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to go about it.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of social media and stuff floating around, Mike Houston's name's out there. I mean, it's
exactly.
You can't even be surprised at this point because it happens every offseason. So I try. I'm like you when it comes to this stuff, TJ. Just kind of sit back and wait and see what's fact and see what's just somebody putting something out there.
Yes,
but how do you handle that as a player when you hear your coach's name is out there for job openings? Like, what do you guys talk about amongst yourselves?
I really just don't pay no attention.
Yeah.
So it haven't been said in our group chats or anything with no coaches in there, so they ain't said anything. So I guess they're not worrying about it either. So
good.
Yeah, there's been a little to no talk about that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah.
And of course, with the transfer portal, I guess the players are now like the coaches. You got to watch out for them. Rajay, you'll be back next year, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
All right, you said it right here. You got it on tape. Good stuff. Well, guys, how was your Thanksgiving? Did you guys have Thanksgiving with the team last week?
We did. We had a meal together as a team before we went to the hotel on Thursday.
Yeah, my mom came up here Thursday. She cooked for me.
Nice.
And I ate it after the game, so I was pretty full after the game.
What are her specialties?
Ooh, mac and cheese. She cooked some potato salad.
Okay.
Ham, turkey, some green beans, stuff like that.
Man,
sounds like you had the full spread.
Yes, sir. Rajay, I look at the playoff standings right now.
Mm-hmm.
If my crappy team wins tonight against Seattle, Washington would be the 7th seed in the playoffs. The 6th seed would be the 49ers.
Yeah, man.
How crazy is that? Like, that tells you how crazy the NFL is.
Yeah, it is.
Because pretty much everybody is alive at this point. DJ, we'll talk about your Steelers another day.
Yeah, what happened? First half, I was like, I'm turning this off.
I couldn't even watch it myself.
Joe Burrow's got them rolling there in Cincinnati. But so what is it? A lot of you guys gonna watch football this Saturday or get away from it? What's your plans?
I'm gonna watch it.
I was about to say, I gotta tune in.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
So to be Cincinnati, Houston, you've gone up against both of these teams. Do you want to see like Cincinnati win since they're in the league and they could be in the playoff, or do you care? Do you root against them? What do you think?
Honestly, I'm just ready to. I'm excited to see the matchup and see how it all plays out.
Yeah,
two good defenses going against each other, so it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good matchup.
Good stuff. Talking to Rajay Harris and DJ Ford here in the Pirate Radio studios. Guys, we appreciate your time as always. Hopefully we can chat again soon and enjoy a little bit of time off. You guys have earned it this year.
Sir, definitely. We appreciate you.
Thanks for having us.
All right, there is Rajay Harris and DJ Ford inside the Players Lounge. Let's get a break in. We'll come back when we return. You'll hear what Tyler Snead had to say. I had a chance to talk to him earlier inside the Players Lounge. The ECU wide receiver joins us when we return on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
On Saturdays, your team needs you. Your sofa needs you. And you need a Jersey Mike's sub. Get it all with free Saturday delivery when you order through the Jersey Mike's app. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. This Saturday, while you watch the game at home, we're watching the grill at Jersey Mike's. Order through the Jersey Mike's app for free delivery on Saturdays. Unless you're going to miss hearing this. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
That's for you. Answer the call from patients who need plasma. Donations are down, so give plasma at a Grifols Center and receive compensation. Visit grifolsplasma.com. Gonna get that? Answer the call from patients who need plasma and receive up to $700 your first month when you donate at a Grifols Center. Visit grifolsplasma.com.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of Pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week from noon until 2 a.m., the Buck features live music every night of the week. Tuesday is karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday is acoustic night. Thursday is the DJ dance party. And Friday and Saturday nights, it's live bands. Check out the Buck's Facebook or Instagram page for more information. The Buccaneer Music Hall. We'll see you at the Buck. Tommy's Express Car Wash is the car wash Greenville is talking about. At the corner of Red Banks Road and Greenville Boulevard, this state-of-the-art wash will keep your car looking great. And now Tommy's has just launched its new 2.0 Tommy's Express app. And anyone who downloads the app now will receive 30 free days of washing with their top-of-the-line wash, the Works Wash. Download the Tommy's Express app now by going to your app store or visit them on location, open 7 days a week at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Do you suffer from allergies, asthma, or any other sinus problems? Perhaps professional cleaning of your air ducts could help. Family owned and operated in Winterville for over 22 years, Carolina Quality Air was the first certified duct cleaning company in Eastern North Carolina. From residential to commercial, they can handle any size job, big or small, including our studios here at Pirate Radio. Carolina Quality Air uses a sanitizer that kills mold in your ductwork and over 100 viruses, including the coronavirus. Visit them online at CarolinaQualityAir.com.
Hello, this is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now is the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage at historically low rates. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender. In studio with Dr. Shondell Jones from Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness. What's new, Dr. Jones?
Yes, we just added 6,000 more square feet of gym space where we're now able to offer our athletic movement programs. They're age-specific programs that help you develop speed, power, agility, and strength to give you that athletic edge. So come by and see us at Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness on Arlington Boulevard or check us out online at kptonline.com. That's kptonline.com.
There are times in our lives when we feel like we have hit rock bottom with nowhere to go, but that is actually when God is closest to us and building us into who we are meant to be. Hi, I'm Holt Nailers, and that's how Built When Broken was formed. BuiltWhenBroken.com is an apparel brand to remind people not only where they've come from, but also where they are going. Visit BuiltWhenBroken.com to get the latest BWB apparel, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more. BuiltWhenBroken.com, apparel for our walk through life.
Pirate Radio, Pirate Radio, Pirate Radio, Pirate Radio.
This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you have real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this real estate market? Or do you need a property manager for rental houses? ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX and SD Harris Properties can help answer every question you have and show you a fresh, stress-free real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. If you have real estate questions, Scott has answers. Give him a call today at 347-1857. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you here on Pirate Radio Live, Players Lounge edition of PRL, and a free beer Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Coming up in hour 3, we'll be giving away a 12-pack of the limited edition Busch Light Apple, as well as a large 2-topping pizza from Domino's. Clip Rock, Troy D here in the Pirate Radio studios. Troy, how you doing, man?
Doing good, man. Busch Light Apple looks good. Weren't we going to do a tasting with Tony Collins one day?
Yeah, just another thing you said we were going to do that we never did.
Yeah, we need to do that. Well, it's not too late, is it? Do we have any Busch Apple left?
Sitting right there in front of us.
So there'll be a couple gone when you get it, but hey, so
give you a 10-pack.
Yeah, 10-pack. No, we'll have to do that. That sounds good. How are you, man?
I'm great.
Have a good weekend? Good holiday?
Yeah, and big ball game tonight, actually, for my team. The team.
Oh, Redskins playing Monday Night Football?
Yeah.
Who are they playing? I wasn't paying attention.
Seattle Seahawks. And if Washington wins, they will be in the playoffs.
In the hunt?
If they
Oh, they're in.
Above the hunt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's going to be bad.
I saw stat amazingly, like, the Bears are 1 win away from being in the hunt. As bad, that tells you how bad.
No, they're in the hunt.
No, like legitimately, like in the mix.
Okay, in the mix. That's different than in the hunt.
Yeah, they got different levels.
If you're in the graphic, you're in the hunt. They are in the hunt.
Yeah.
If you're not the Detroit Lions right now, you're in the hunt.
True. They're 1 win away from being above in the hunt.
And 1 loss from being the Detroit Lions.
Yes, correct.
So everybody right now is in the hunt.
Yeah.
So, all right. Anyway.
I missed, did Ellerbe go on a rant today? I missed the open.
Yeah.
I heard someone say that you missed Ellerbe's, or did you hear Ellerbe's rant?
It was
usually I'm the one that handles the rants around here.
He had some bad analogies too. You are the
I handle the good analogies.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah. He had Bin Laden in an analogy.
Oh no! Don't use Bin Laden.
Just don't do that.
Anytime the analogies to me.
Anytime you think you're making a good point and you drop like Hitler's name or Bin Laden, you got to find another analogy.
Right.
That would be my advice.
There's certain other things that you stay away from with analogies too, but I'm not going to get into it here.
Ellerbe, Clip, and myself have all had rants today, so we're ready for yours coming up at 5 o'clock.
I don't feel a rant right now. I'm in a pretty good mood. I feel I'm in a good space. I'm in touch with my feelings.
I think I could get you going.
Well, you are so consistent, so that could change.
In fact, I got something that might get you going in hour 3.
All right.
So
anyway, to answer my question, what was the rant about?
College
Coaching
athletics,
carousels.
money, coaching carousel.
How college football has become.
How last year at this time every school was broke, and now we're back to the same old signing checks.
Everything's fixed now.
Paying everybody.
Yeah.
So it was Ellerbe has some issues with college athletics.
I think he went all 30 minutes raising his voice. I think it was like all 25 minutes.
It got a little higher.
Yeah.
Not that Troy or maybe any of you care, but the Texas Rangers are spending a lot of money. They just locked up Corey Seager on a 10-year, $325 million deal. So Corey Seager.
How much?
10 years, $325 million.
God, that is just insane.
They have also added
one player,
John Gray, and who was the other pitcher they got yesterday? I don't recall, but
I thought it was Robbie Gray.
Robbie Ray?
Robbie Ray, not Robbie Gray. Robbie Ray.
But I don't know if it was him or not. But anyway, I wonder if Wade Howe from the Wood Ducks is did he get a raise? Because the Rangers apparently have a lot of money to spend right now. I have to ask him.
I talked to Wade actually not too long ago about that, and there might be some things in the works for him.
All right, good.
Yeah. Speaking of not coaching carousel, but you never know.
Well, I got something.
GM carousel when he might get bounced up the next level. Just like coaches and players, GMs, he's done a great job with the Wood Ducks. I wouldn't be surprised if he moves up the food chain.
I'm seeing stuff on Twitter, speaking of coaching carousel, that Brent Venables, the defensive coordinator at Clemson.
It's a joke. Don't get caught up in that.
Who did you see it from?
What? This is from multiple sources.
Yeah, I mean, his name is trending with Oklahoma.
Yeah, but there was a fake Bleacher Report Twitter report that a lot of people got caught
his
on.
name is in the mix because, he's been there before. He's a highly talented defensive coordinator.
The one that said he will be is a fake account.
I haven't even seen that yet.
But his name is, there's like Oklahoma former players and people that really want him to be the guy there.
He is in the mix.
Yeah.
So, but he's been offered all around the country.
I don't want you to get caught up in the fake Bleacher Report tweet.
Well, thank you. But, he has been targeted for years now, and he hasn't, pulled the trigger on anybody.
Yeah. I know you got a little PTSD from Cam last weekend, so I wasn't going to.
Yeah, we were.
I know you're not focused.
About yesterday.
Well, that's what I meant. God, this days fly by.
Man. Isn't it crazy?
Yesterday was last weekend.
Troy needs a rant on time.
Yeah. Did you like my meme I sent you?
Yeah.
Troy
was great.
He's an original guy.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
For folks that didn't get a chance to see it, which would be everyone else besides Shirley, Clip, and Chandler, it was a picture of Cam Newton with "I'm back," and then it's underneath it on the bench with him sitting on the bench. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Good stuff.
That was good.
All right, John Moody says that I hear Troy needs to rant a rant subject. How about lack of history in the football stadium and/or concessions? I got a rant, Troy. I don't know if John Moody is a P1 listener anymore, because you know what he said to me? He tweeted to me this weekend.
What's that?
John went back and watched the ECU basketball game. Mm-hmm. By the way, Tristan Newton buzzer beater. Yeah. Pirates win. Painted purple. I'm going to read John's tweet from this weekend.
All right.
Just watched the game since I missed it yesterday. Cy has the team in the Sweet 16. I'm off the Cy bandwagon. Not every team is a good team. He called ODU a good team coming here Tuesday. No, absolutely not. John, if you're off the Cy Seymour train, I'm off your train. Like, forever. And he said I started the day off wrong. He hasn't sincerely apologized for it. But if John Moody's off the side train, I don't want to deal with you as a human being.
I'm not off the side train, but I do wonder, has Cy ever seen a basketball team that wasn't good?
He's saying, like, compared to us, like, if we had a team out there, Coppin State would kick our ass. So they're good in that regard.
I just meant, has Cy ever seen a basketball team, just a team, that was not good?
I don't know. I can't answer
and
that.
If so, would he ever say it publicly?
I don't know, and I can't answer that.
Like, I wonder in his head if he goes, ooh, they're not a good team, but I'm never going to say it. Or if he never even has seen one. Everyone's could be good.
Cy will be joining us Tuesday on the show. Should I ask him, has he ever seen a bad team?
I mean, really, here's a good trivia question. Who's more positive when it comes to ECU stuff? Cy Seymour or big guy Matt Maloney?
You know what?
Who is more positive between those guys? Or who is less positive?
I don't know, but I think in this world, too much positivity is a good thing.
I've got a rant for you. And we could talk about this in the 5 o'clock hour, but your thoughts on a former chancellor.
No! Stop. We're going to get there in the 5 o'clock hour.
Yeah, we're saving that.
That's the
Does
rant.
it have to do with the Twitter tweet?
That's all I'm going to say.
All right.
Save it for the show.
This is not the show.
There's plenty to rant about.
No, there's been a lot of restraint by me lately. Let me just say that. But let me credit Pirate Nation, who has gone unfiltered and unplugged and done an amazing job, by the way.
Cecil
Sometimes Twitter does its job.
Cecil Staten with the all-time troll tweet.
See, we've debated this now, and I don't want to get too sidetracked because we're going to save this, but we may not have as much time in the 5 o'clock hour. You think he was doing it as a troll. I don't think he knows how to troll. I think he's genuinely just trying to take credit for things.
Yes.
He put a picture up of him and John Gilbert and Mike Houston and took credit for his part in bringing Mike Houston here to East Carolina.
Which, honestly, the funniest part of that are the responses. The responses have been unbelievable. And I know a lot of people that have been blocked now by him, that the good stuff is you can't even see anymore because he's blocked them, so it comes off the page.
Yeah, but I can see it.
What do you mean? Yeah, you can. You haven't been blocked. I know. I'm saying I know some people that have put.
But I can read what they've put.
Right, but some of them that when he's blocked them, it then takes it off his page. Is what I'm saying. Some of the responses are not there anymore.
Okay.
I'll give you an example off the air of a few people that have been blocked.
Yeah, but they.
But this. So if I block you on Twitter, anything you try and tweet me doesn't show up on that tweet.
Yeah, but somebody else can read it, so I should be able to read all the tweets.
Wow.
I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying.
I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying.
I don't think I understand anything that you guys have just said.
What the hell's going on around here?
And here's Tyler Snead inside the Players Lounge. Let's hear from the ECU wide receiver. I had a chance to talk to him earlier today on the Fixed NC Live line. Tyler Snead inside the Players Lounge. All right, let's head out to the Fixed NC Live line. We'll roll on here on the Players Lounge on Pirate Radio Live. ECU wide receiver Tyler Snead joins us today on the Fixed NC Live line. Tyler, how you doing today, man?
Good. How you doing?
Doing great. And I guess you get a few days off here. I was talking to some of your teammates earlier, Rajay and DJ, and said you guys won't return to the practice fields until Thursday, so you get to rest the body and the mind a little bit these next few days, I guess.
Yes, sir. Got a couple days off. I'm fortunate enough to have all online classes, so I came back home to Raleigh, only like an hour away, so I'm just spending my time with my family right now.
That's good. That's a good thing as we get here at the end of the year. And this is new for you, Tyler. You've been around this football program for a few years now. And the past few years, when you end that 12th game, that last regular season game, that's it. So a different mindset for you this year. How excited are you to be playing in the Military Bowl coming up next month?
Very excited to make a bowl. I've been waiting on that since 2018 when I first got here. But definitely excited to get more football time too. Just love the sport, love practice, love being around all my teammates and those guys. So definitely excited to get a whole nother month basically with those guys.
Tyler, have you looked at the potential opponents? Nothing official yet. You've got, it's going to be an ACC team. We've heard, North Carolina, Virginia Tech, BC, just about all of them. So anybody you want to play in particular, or you say bring it on, whoever it is?
Yeah, I mean, ACC is ACC. All those teams are good. All those teams would be a good opponent for us. So I'm ready for whoever. I'm excited to play whoever. It doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, I mean, those are the same teams we heard whenever we first got the drop that we were going there. So no, I'm excited to see who we play.
Tyler, you leave the field on Friday and you lose to the top 4 Cincinnati Bearcats. You had 6 catches 91 yards in the game. I know going into the game, you looked at them as just another team, and in that first quarter, you were beating that team, and had some chances to win the game on Friday. But when you left the field, did they feel any different to you than another team you played this year, being that they are potentially going to play in the college football playoff? Like, did they feel maybe better than other teams you had faced this season?
I mean, yeah, they're a really good team, and they're going to be in the playoffs because of that, and they're ranked number 4 for a reason. So it was definitely a big game for us. We knew what we were getting into, and we knew we couldn't really make a lot of mistakes because they're a good team and they capitalize off those. And I think we just made one too many mistakes during that game that kind of got it away from us. But I mean, they're all fixable, and we watched that on film and we saw that. And so I mean, definitely still felt like we had a chance in that game, but no, they are a very good team, and they played that way.
As you can see, Tyler, this fan base is excited for what you guys are doing right now and where this program is heading, and that'll be shown with the crowd at the Military Bowl in Annapolis. Should be a lot of purple and gold there. But how about when you come out on the field on Friday, and you've been in some of these post-Thanksgiving games, and the students are gone, and not a great atmosphere in years past, but it was rocking and rolling, the purple gold chant. I mean, that had to fire you guys up, and I don't know, maybe that had something to do with the strong first quarter that you guys had.
Definitely. We walked out there, and even at the Pirate Walk before, there was a lot of people there, and we were all, I mean, just seeing that, we all kind of knew what it was going to be like at the game, and then you get there and you run out of the tunnel and you see purple and gold everywhere. So, no, definitely a great feeling, definitely got us hyped up, and I think that did play a factor in our first quarter and how well we played. But, it's a 4-quarter game, and we just got to do better playing that whole game.
Tyler Snead joining us. Tyler, as a fan of football, and you do this with your Dallas Cowboys. You look at the schedule probably before the year and say, well, then again, you think they're going to win every game, but, win here, maybe lose here, that kind of stuff. As a player on a team, going into the year, did you set goals for the team? I'm sure you do individually, but 7-5. How does that feel that season for you in 2021? How do you feel? Did you meet a goal? Did you exceed a goal? How do you feel about the regular season?
I felt good. I felt really good about it. Whenever you look at the schedule first, I look at it and I always think we're going undefeated. I think we have the opportunity to beat every team on the schedule. I think we have the ability to do that. So that's kind of how I am. I go into every game thinking we're winning. I think we're going 12-0. But we didn't go 12-0, went 7-5, and that's good. Made a bowl game, which was a team goal, a big goal for us. That hasn't happened since 2014. So definitely happy with where we ended. But we got one more, so 8's better than 7.
And Tyler, I'll go way back here. I was very impressed with you and both you and Rajay after the first 2 losses of the season. You're here in studio, and I just kind of worry because I've seen teams in the past, they bust their tails all off season, kind of putting all the eggs into that first game, and you guys lost to App State, and then you lost another close one against South Carolina, and I'm asking you guys questions like, how do you move forward? And I remember you saying that just gives us more motivation, like that gives us more to work on, and so kudos to you guys for sticking with it because you had opportunities even in the game against Marshall. You had opportunities to kind of fold up shop, but you guys fought the whole way through, and it's paid off with this bowl trip for you guys.
Yes, sir. And it's a long season, and we knew that going in, and you can't let the first 1-2 games define you. And I think those games were learning experiences for us. App State and South Carolina, both those teams are really good. So App State, playing with them and then playing with South Carolina all the way until the end, definitely. Even though they're losses, I feel like they gave us confidence boosters because those are 2 very good teams, and we stuck right there with them. So, just going off that, and then the team, there's no quitting that team, and all those guys will tell you, they're ready to go, they're ready to win. And I think we just pulled through the rest of the season, and we got it done.
Yeah, and you're right about saying they're good teams. App State, South Carolina, Marshall, UCF, Houston, Memphis, Cincinnati. Almost the majority, almost all your schedule is going to a bowl game this year. And now, Tyler, what you've done is also said we're one of those good teams. East Carolina is now looked at as one of those teams. So when you kind of look back on it, man, you guys did play a tough schedule this year.
Yeah, it did play a tough schedule, and we were in a lot of close games. I mean, it felt like everyone was a nail-biter. So, I mean, all those teams going to bowls. You said it, UCF, Houston, two top teams in the conference, and we went in overtime with one of them who's playing in the conference championship. And then UCF's a good team. We lost at the last second. So, yeah, tough schedule all around, but, you know, we knew the schedule going in, and we knew we were a good team. You know, we kept saying it all last season, how we ended 2020, the COVID year, with SMU, that big win, and we just felt like that was starting to change, and that was a big game for us. And, you know, just to piggyback off that one and come to this season and finish it like this feels good.
Tyler, long ways between now and December 27th, so some time to rest, some time to practice, and you'll eventually find out who your opponent is. But bowl games, you tend to kind of break some things out we haven't seen this year. We have seen you throwing the ball quite a bit, but I'm going to go ahead and make a prediction, and I'll ask you, do you think you'll be throwing a pass in the bowl game coming up next month?
I definitely think we'll put some plays in for it. If we get to it, I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did, if we're calling all crazy stuff.
I'm going to say you do. In fact, in East Carolina's last bowl win, I believe it was Cam Worthy threw a touchdown pass to Shane Carden. So I think we're going to see some trickeration coming up when the Pirates go back to Annapolis. And Tyler, I had DJ Ford on earlier. He's been in a couple of bowl games, so he knows about all the activities and the swag and all that stuff. He said some guys have already been asking him questions about it, but this will be your first time. So you'll make the trip the week before to Washington, D.C. I heard the executive director earlier on the Brian Bailey show say that you're where you guys will be staying is like a couple blocks from the White House. So you got a lot of cool stuff coming up, man. I know you guys are fired up for it.
Yes, sir. Really excited, and they told us we were staying right by the White House, which is cool, and just everything down there. So, you know, we go a week before. I don't know how our schedule will look because, I mean, I haven't been to one. I'll probably have to ask DJ about it. But, no, I'm really excited to go visit that and stay there for a week and just do the whole bowl experience.
Tyler, Rajay said his mom visited and cooked him some Thanksgiving, so you're back home now. I guess, did you have Thanksgiving as a team, and are you able to enjoy some of your family's cooking now after Thanksgiving?
Oh, yeah, we had Thanksgiving as a team. We practiced that morning, and then they had catered in some food for us for Thanksgiving. We all ate together, so that was nice. But, yeah, my mom's side of the family had Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving Day, and then my dad's side had it last night, actually. Nice. And so came home and got a good plate, and I'm probably closer to 175, 180 right now. So.
You got plenty of time to work that off if you need to between now and the bowl game. Tyler, thanks for joining us today, man. We appreciate it, and hopefully we can get you back in studio here soon.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys having me.
There is Tyler Sneed. Joined us earlier today on the Fixed NC Live line inside the Players Lounge, and great attitude on him as they head into a bowl game.
And what an awesome season that young man's had. You know, I mean, just absolutely great performance.
He's had a great career.
Yeah.
And if he wants it, he's got 2 years left playing here.
I know.
It's crazy.
Hopefully he will.
Yeah.
Want it.
All right. We need to get a break in.
Yeah. We have some unfinished business, though.
All right. What's the unfinished business?
The stuff we were talking about a second ago. Did you want to clear,
Hold on. Cut the music, Charlie. So what do we need to clarify?
Well, the stuff on the tweet, what I was saying, the Cecil tweet, you can't see all the responses, but you can't see some of the responses if people have been blocked. There are a few that are missing because those people have been blocked, so they come off.
All right, Troy was right about the tweet, Steve.
Yeah, okay.
He wanted to get that out.
Yeah.
Also, Troy, we want to make sure I'll give you credit. You were because I saw you tweeting at Harold Varner on Friday.
Harold said we win.
Harold said you heard it here first.
I said technically you heard it there second.
So I want to give Troy the credit for being wrong first about ECU beating Cincinnati.
Technically, I was right. What I meant to say is we will win the first quarter is where I was going with that. And I realized I left off the first quarter. And that, in fact, we did win the first quarter clip 3-0.
So you were first to be wrong.
We won the first quarter.
Correct.
Yeah.
But you said we would beat Cincinnati.
You're right, and I should have left it at that.
But you did.
We'll win the first quarter.
You wanted to make sure. You even went as far as to tweet Harold Varner III that, no, I'm first.
Yeah, I was the first.
To be wrong about this prediction.
Right, he's in second. Get in line, buddy. You're the second.
When in reality, I'm sure somebody has said ECU will beat Cincinnati.
Maybe, but we put it out there on Twitter first, so. We put it in writing clip.
Nobody has ever
It's real when it's in writing.
Nobody's ever wanted to be wrong about something as much as Troy was on Friday. So congrats. Yeah. You were first.
I know. Look, a few things happen here or there. We could be a different outcome.
Didn't happen. No.
It didn't happen, it could have happened.
It did.
And it should have.
And you were first. All right, let's take a break. We'll come
we won
back.
the first quarter.
We won a bunch of quarters. As I
talking
said,
about over Cincinnati.
If there wasn't a second quarter of that game, East Carolina would have won.
Yes,
Second
right. End the
quarter.
game right then.
But you heard it here first.
Yes, you did.
All right. We'll take a break, come back. Holden Ahlers joins us when we return.
You'll hear him first, coming up next.
All right. We're back with you after this.
If you wake up in the morning with a backache, feeling more tired than you did when you went to bed, you probably need a new mattress. And the best place to get that mattress is Factory Mattress. Hi, I'm Kirk Smith, General Manager. For more than 40 years, Factory Mattress has been Greenville and Wilson's local mattress dealer. We guarantee the lowest price on the area's best selection with over 50 models to choose from. No seconds or overruns. Factory Mattress offers only first quality direct from the manufacturer. Sealy Posturepedic, Beautyrest, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. The most highly trained sales associates with over 60 years of combined experience. Same as cash financing with zero interest up to 48 months and free local delivery. Face it, to have a good day, you've got to have a good night. So sleep better knowing you saved money at Factory Mattress, locally owned on Greenville Boulevard in Greenville, on Forest Hills Road in Wilson, on the web at factorymattressusa.com, and a proud member of Pirates Supporting Pirates.
They say time heals all wounds. Unless it's your home air conditioner. If your AC looks bad or sounds even worse, time is not on your side. But there is hope. Delcor is looking for the oldest working home AC system in Eastern North Carolina. The winner will get a brand new trade unit valued at over $5,000. Go to DelcorInc.com by December 15th to submit your entry. Brought to you by Delcor, the service professionals and train. It's hard to stop a train.
Pirate Nation, the newest sports bar is Quarters Bar and Grill, offering gourmet burgers, hot dogs, and wings with unique flavors Greenville has never seen. Pirates like to drink too. Quarters Bar and Grill offers a selection of 10 beers on tap and over 50 different craft beers. Come check us out at Quarters Bar and Grill, open Wednesday to Sunday, 11 to 11, located at the shopping center next to Krispy Kreme. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram and be on the lookout for Quarters Cash hidden around downtown Greenville. Quarters Bar and Grill, the plunder never tasted so good.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holden Ahlers, and I couldn't do my job without my offensive line keeping me safe. Make sure your employees are safe by using ArcPoint Labs for your medical testing needs. From pre-employment testing to COVID test, ArcPoint Labs is there to serve Eastern North Carolina with accurate, reliable, confidential testing. Schedule an appointment at any of their 6 Eastern North Carolina locations or visiting them online at arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
Blue 42! Blue 42!
Unlike football, life doesn't take a timeout, and anything can happen at any time. Unfortunately, anything isn't always a good thing. You need auto and life coverage, and agents there for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You need North Carolina Farm Bureau insurance. Timeout, not even in our vocabulary.
Pirate fans, call Carlton Ventures or Brandon Manning at 756-3007.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company. Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi. An independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
At West Park Motor Company, customer satisfaction is the #1 goal, while offering a wide range of cars, trucks, and SUVs at very competitive prices. West Park also offers financing, service, and is your local ARE camper shell dealer east of I-95. Outfit your truck with the best technology around with ARE camper shell at West Park Motor Company. West Park Motor Company with locations in Greenville and Washington, and proud courtesy car dealer for the Pirates for over a decade. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Carolina Caliber has the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and is one of the top firearm dealers anywhere. At Carolina Caliber, they have everything you need for hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. They will buy, sell, and trade. Carolina Caliber, locally owned and operated since 1960 on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you on PRL Hour number 3. Stay tuned. We got a great giveaway for you today. Free Beer Monday. We got a limited edition Busch Light Apple 12-pack for you, and a large 2-topping pizza from Domino's. We'll be giving that away later on this hour. Clip Rock, Troy D here in the Pirate Radio studios, and the quarterback of the Pirates, Holton Ahlers, joining us today on the Pirate Radio Players Lounge. And Holton, welcome back to the program. How you doing today, man?
Doing good, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your time. Holton, I asked some of your teammates this. I'll ask you, too. And Cincinnati was getting after you on Friday. They are potentially, if they can beat Houston and nothing crazy happens, will be playing for a national championship in the college football playoff. So when you left, I know going into the game, they're just another team. When you come out of that game, does it feel like you played an elite team, a top 4 team, or did it feel like you played just another opponent?
Yeah, I mean, those are a couple years now playing Cincinnati, so we knew going in that, I mean, they had some elite guys on the outside. And I mean, we knew going in that they were as good as advertised, and they were. I mean, they got some guys that'll be playing in the NFL for 10 years. I mean, some of their guys on defense were studs and some of the best guys we played all year. But at the same time, I mean, I do feel like we could have played better and made it. I mean, going into the fourth quarter, it was, I mean, if we scored there instead of getting the field goal blocked and scored, I mean, that's a huge turn of events in the game. It makes it way closer than it ended up being. So I think they can make a run for it. I do think that. But at the same time, I felt like we could have competed a little bit better.
So, Holton, this is Troy. Some of their guys were absolutely huge when it comes to size. You've taken some tough hits this season. You've bounced back and you've remained injury-free. Doesn't mean that you're not hurting or you haven't, taken some bruises, but you definitely have been able to perform the entire season. Which game was that some of the toughest hits you've taken against Cincinnati, or was there another team that maybe was even harder than that?
Shoot, I probably got more banged up after the Houston game than any of the other games this year. Just right off the bat, maybe South Carolina, got through a little bit more. But other than that, I mean, yeah, they did get after it pretty well. But we knew going in, I mean, they have a top 4 defense for a reason. I mean, they're top 4 in the nation pretty much in every category, including the playoff rankings for a reason. So we knew going in it was going to be a tough matchup, but I mean, hats off to them. Going into it, we did say, I mean, we had nothing to lose, and we didn't. So, I mean, it doesn't really affect our season too much. We already are, I mean, as y'all know, going to the Military Bowl now, and we were already bowl eligible. So, we wish we could have gave them a better shot, but, I mean, we can't dwell on it now. We just got to get ready for the bowl game.
Well, that's something that East Carolina hasn't been able to do in a long time. So, a lot of Pirate fans excited about the opportunity for postseason. Of course, it extends the season for you guys. You get to practice in December, and the cat's out of the bag as far as Military Bowl. Still up in the air is the opponent. If you had your choice, it is going to be an ACC opponent, Holton. Who would you like to match up against?
I'd like to play Virginia Tech, personally, just because I haven't had the opportunity since I've been here to play them. I used to, grow up watching the ECU Virginia Tech games. So, I mean, I think it'd be cool. I think their fans would travel good. I know our fans are going to travel good, so I think that'd be a pretty fun matchup.
And then, Holton, a lot of folks wondering about your future. I know you've talked about that last couple weeks. I noticed you did not run out with the seniors on the field to be recognized for Senior Day. You had considered doing that. Is there any new timeline as far as a decision from you when you'll make it official, whether you'll be back at East Carolina next year or not?
Yeah, there's not a official timeline of it. I mean, there's still a lot of talks internally with people that I'm close with and coaches and just kind of that. My inner circle is kind of sitting down later this week to talk about it a little bit more. But I've tried to just enjoy these last few days off that we've had and kind of rejuvenate for this bowl game, where it's my mind and my body really. So. Later in the week, we're going to sit down and kind of get more in depth into it. But, at this time, there is no timetable really. Like I said, I would like to figure it out before the bowl game. Now, whether if that's, publicly or not, that's a whole nother discussion through that. So right now, it's just talking with the people that I'm close with and my coaches and trying to figure it out. Just trying to figure out, what I'm going to do. Because honestly, right now, I have no clue.
And speaking of decisions, it's possible down the road that Mike Houston could potentially have a decision. The coaching carousel is always moving around this time of year, as you know. His name's been out there for a couple different jobs, but that doesn't mean that there's been an offer extended, but it does seem like his name is getting mentioned, which is a good sign for this program that things are moving in the right direction if they're actually looking to talk to your coach to be hired away, as I said, instead of fired away. That's a positive. But how much of that plays into this? Is it important for you that Mike Houston comes back, or is that not a factor?
No, it's definitely a factor. I think when you look down into it, that is going to be a factor that plays a role in it. He knows that. We've had conversations about that between me and him and the future of both of us. So there's a lot of things that play a role into it that I'm going to have to sit down and kind of figure out these next few days or weeks. But at the same time, it's just going to have to be a decision that where am I going to be the happiest, and a year from now, where am I going to want my life being, and just stuff like that. So there's a lot that goes into it, but that is a factor into it. And he's been open with me, and I've been open with him about it, and kind of behind closed doors. So we've had those conversations, and we're probably going to continue to have them until there's been a decision made.
Holden, I asked some of your teammates this about the coaching carousel, Mike Houston's name being out there, and a lot of the guys basically said that they don't pay any attention to it, or they just kind of, wait to see what's fact instead of all the message boards and social media and all that. So how do you handle it when you see Mike Houston's name out there, that Virginia Tech has an opening, Duke has an opening? What is the chatter amongst you and the team when this kind of stuff goes on?
Yeah, it's not. Kind of like you, like the other guy said. I don't know who said it, but you don't know what's true and what's not. So until you hear it from the guy himself, then you don't really. Everyone was saying Lincoln Riley's going to LSU, and you woke up and he's in Southern California the next day. So everyone's an expert on social media. That's just the way social media is. But at the same time, we're with him every day. He's still coaching ECU right now. He's still our head coach, and he hasn't told us any differently. So. We're moving forward with him, and like I said, we're just getting ready for this bowl game until we're told differently.
Holden, question on Facebook Live, and this goes back to the Cincinnati game, and the announcers on TV said that it might have something to do with Cincinnati simulating the snap count or something like that, but we'll get your answer on it. Bob said he noticed that after plays you were talking to the ref and pointing to the center area, and they couldn't figure out what was going on. So do you know what Bob is talking about, and what was that regarding in the game?
No, yeah, I was getting pretty heated there for a little bit. Avery wasn't even able to snap the ball sometimes. He never snaps the ball low, and his snaps were low, and I thought the nose tackle was jumping off sides, and at least 80% of the plays, and we went back on film, he was hitting him before the ball was snapped. So I don't understand that much, but we can't really control that now, and just like I said, just get ready for the bowl game.
All right, asked and answered. There you go. Holden Ahlers joining us on the Fixed NC Live line here inside the Players Lounge. And Holden, I understand you guys won't be returning to the practice field until Thursday, so you get a little time off here, and man, it's a long time between now and the 27th, and this is your first time kind of going through it. DJ Ford's been to a couple of bowl games, so he said some guys have already asked him what the next month is going to be like, but I guess your schedule at this point is to be determined as far as practice and all that goes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was my first time through it too. That is something I met with Coach about today, is just how we're going to get to be the freshest for the game, but also the most prepared we can be. So there's science into it. I mean, you got to practice well, but you also got to have some time off. So for me personally, it's just going to be about getting the body as healthy as possible going into this game and getting as much PT as you can, and also having a healthy balance of throwing and then taking some days off too to get the arm kind of ready for this next game or so.
Holton, as you look back now on the season, as the regular season is done, when you think back of the 2021 season, what are the highlights? What are the moments for you that you'll always remember?
Yeah, for me, man, it's just changing the program, seeing the energy around this place change from where it's been the last 3, 4, 5 years now, even more longer than that. But just spending the time with my teammates, celebrating those wins. I mean, we had some crazy wins this year that came down to the last second, and it's going to be hard to forget the Memphis win. Getting to the bowl game and coming home to the airport, and the Navy one as well, the Marshall one. I mean, this whole season, it's been going into it. We said we wanted to get 6 wins and get this place back to a bowl game, and then go from there. So we accomplished that. This senior class has really kind of been through a lot together, whether it's 5th year, 6th years, or 4th year seniors. We've all just we've been through a lot, but at the same time, to get to a bowl game and to experience that together, we're really looking forward to it.
You really could do a 30 for 30 on this year, Holton. So if you get a call from me 5 or 10 years from now, I wanted to do an interview about this season. Can you grant me the rights to that, please?
Hey, I'll give it to you.
All right, thanks, man. Joe,
you producing a 30 for 30 on the season?
Yeah, but you never know.
Down the road,
10 or 15. Yeah. Maybe it turns the whole thing around. It appears it's going in that direction.
It has this season. Yeah.
Joe has a question on Facebook Live, which I guess people would rather just talk about your decision for 20 minutes instead of us asking you other questions. So, holding this from Joe, he says, is the decision to stay or not, is it ECU related, NFL related, transfer related, like what, everything on the table? What are the options for you as you think about your decision to return or not?
Yeah, there's a lot of options. There's a lot of stuff going on internally, like I said, with my inner circle, about what is the best option moving forward. But, as of right now, there hasn't been a decision made either way. I don't think I would want to play for another college other than ECU, just from the career that I've had and stuff like that. But at the same time, there hasn't been a final decision made yet. So I'm just going to continue to weigh my options and kind of see where it takes me these next few days, and with these conversations that I'm going to have with my coaches and my family, and kind of go from there.
Holton Naylor's joining us. We do appreciate you answering those questions, Holton, because they're obviously your business, but we got to ask you. So we appreciate how you've handled that these last few weeks. So anything else, Troy?
No, I was just going to mention for folks, I've heard your commercial a number of times, Built When Broken. We've talked about that in detail before the season. A lot of new, by the way, all new gear has been provided and made, is available at Shimmer. Holton, as I know you know, I just wanted to give you a chance to promote that, your brand, Built When Broken, what it's all about for folks that might be tuned in for the first time. Maybe they're not familiar with it, and how they can get it.
Yeah, so like you said, it's online, but it's also at Shimmer Boutique beside Cold Stone, and I believe it's in Winterville too. We got stuff in there. We got ECU colors now too, so you can wear it all Pirate Game Day stuff. But I came up with it as a way to say whenever you're at your lowest, that's when God is building you into who you're going to become, and that's the motto that I've used for life, and that's the motto that a lot of people close with me have used for life, and it's kind of turned into a business now. When the NIL thing came out, we turned it into something more than just a life motto. We've turned it into a company now. So go check it out at Shimmer. There's a bunch of stuff there, even for kids as well. So just go check it out.
Looks great. Tons of hoodies, not just and long sleeve shirts, so cold weather gear. It's all the stuff our friends at University Sportswear did a great job creating that stuff here locally for you too. So keep up the good work with that. There's a lot of cool gear there. I've had people ask me where they could get it locally, so this is the first time it's been available locally at Shimmer Boutique in Greenville and Winterville. They might be selling it online on their website too. You can check out the Shimmer website for more information on that. But Holton, good luck, man. We'll stay in touch with you. Enjoy the start of what will be bowl season for East Carolina here.
For sure. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
All right, thanks so much. Holton Ahlers, QB1, with us, part of the Pirate Radio Players Lounge.
And now we play the waiting game. Who will the opponent be? And we got a long time before that bowl game on the 27th of December.
Got a lot of storylines this week. We're waiting to find out who the ACC opponent will be. Obviously, Holton has been upfront and honest about a decision whether he comes back to East Carolina or not. And then, will Mike Houston have a decision or not? That's still technically up in the air.
Yeah.
I know we've put out there, I know our friends at 24/7 have been reporting on it. East Carolina currently working to rework Mike Houston's contract, give him an extension and a raise. And my guess is probably something for perhaps the assistants, but I know that they're in talks with that. And then we will have, by the way, we've confirmed John Gilbert, East Carolina Athletic Director, will join us in studio clip Thursday at 5 o'clock here on PRL. So we look forward to talking with him. And look, between now and Thursday, in this day and age, that's an eternity from now.
Yeah.
Who knows what could happen?
We are in the silly season.
Now and Thursday.
Yeah.
So the question, I could have a whole group of questions lined up for him right now, and it could be rip them up, throw them out, and have a whole new group by the time Thursday rolls around.
Yeah, no doubt.
So anyway, we look forward to talking to him. And once again, thanks to Holton. Class act, as I've said, what a great representative of East Carolina University. And on a personal note, I sure hope that he'll be able to come back for one more year.
Pirates with a winning season. Now we'll make you a winner, Shirley Rhodes. Let's open up the booty bag here on a Monday.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All right, 317-1250. I don't need to ask Shirley what our prize is today because it's right here in front of me. It's a 12-pack of Busch Light Apple, also a large 2-topping pizza from Domino's. I do need to ask Shirley what caller is she looking for?
Caller 12.
Caller 12, 317-1250. You can be a winner right now. Speaking of winning, Wednesday is December 1st, and we're going to open up the treasure chest.
Oh, I love this.
For the first time on Wednesday, Troy D.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
I might have to come back just for that.
Excitement time.
Are you ready, Chad Moore? Are you ready?
Is Bryce going to be here Wednesday?
He will.
I hung out with him during the game up in with CJ Struck in the suite.
My neck.
Very nice suite that CJ has. We had a good time hanging out there. Doing some Pirate Radio indoors.
Pirate Radio indoors
for the second half.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll talk to Bryce Wednesday. We'll open up the treasure chest for the first time on Wednesday. Opening up the booty bag right now. We'll have our winner, CJ Johnson, also going to join us when we return after this.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
The ultimate Bon Jovi tribute band, Slippery When Wet. It's my life, it's now or never. Live, one night only, at the Bob Martin Ag Center in Williamston. Saturday, January 15th. Advance tickets just $25. But for one day only, Friday, November 26th, a Black Friday flash ticket sale for only $20. Get your tickets at innovativeticketing.com. Slippery When Wet, the Bon Jovi cover band. Saturday, January 15th, at the Bob Martin Ag Center in Williamston. $20 advance tickets Black Friday at innovativeticketing.com.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Hey Pirates, this is Holt Nailers. A big part of my success on the field is what I eat at home. To keep my body filled up, I order meals off a Clean Eats meal plan. I choose the meals I want from 6 different meals offered each week, and I pick them up on Sunday or Monday at the cafe on Red Banks Road. Each meal is packed with the perfect mix of healthy proteins, carbs, and veggies to keep my engine running at full speed. Go to cleaneats.com, click on meal plans, or stop by the cafe and get all the info. Clean Eats and the Pirates, a winning combination.
Hey, this is Troy D., proud ECU grad from the class of 94. And if you know me, you know I love the 90s here at ECU. It was some of our glory days, including bowl games, the Peach Bowl, and even a March Madness appearance. Relive those days with my friends from Tailgate Classics. Tailgate Classics is a cool retro store with all types of merchandise, including the 90s ECU vintage tees and hats. Check out Tailgate Classics in person, 304 Evans Street, or online at shoptailgateclassics.com. Tailgate Classics, bringing back the throwbacks.
Are you suffering from anxiety, sleep issues, or chronic pain? Have you heard of CBD? Hemp Garden of Greenville is your premium CBD provider in eastern North Carolina. Find yourself experiencing increased aches and pains as the cooler months roll in? Hemp Garden offers an assortment of pain-relieving topicals, including lotions, creams, and muscle rubs. Visit Hemp Garden to speak with a CBD specialist in a relaxed and welcoming environment today. Exclusive discounts are offered to first-time customers. Hemp Garden, located at 3040 South Evans Street in the Target Shopping Center in Greenville.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why I'm here. State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer and my team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score some savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for the Golf Shop Radio Show. Hosts Mark Greenhelge and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're gonna love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
Hi, this is Phil Steele of Phil Steele's College Football Preview Magazine, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Save lives, be a hero, and make $700 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA. It's the easiest way to make extra money. You can start now at Biomat USA on 505 South Memorial Drive. Make up to $700 a month, and you can save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay. And congratulations to a guy who still owes us a ride, Redbeard. Who is our big free beer Monday winner today.
Saw Redbeard at the tailgate.
Congrats to Redbeard.
Yeah,
one of our favorites.
He is a P1 listener for sure.
One of our favorites and least favorites at all the same time.
Yeah,
he's an interesting fellow.
He is.
Kenny on Facebook Live says, "Are we doing 40 bowls in 14 days?"
I had a lot of people ask me about that. Is it 40 bowls though?
There's 41 or 2. I don't know.
Kind of 42 bowls in 14 days.
So, yeah, I don't know how many.
To run the numbers on that this year.
But we should know the bowl games by this weekend, right? Sunday, I guess.
Yeah.
So next Monday, we will start
40 bowls in 14 days, where we'll have every bowl game. And every time we have a guest on, I will have them pick a random bowl game. We'll break it down.
I love that segment.
So we will be doing that.
Yeah. The jingle is very catchy, too.
Yeah, but I don't know if we'll be able to play the full jingle this year.
Oh.
With rights.
Well,
but
I'll just do it a cappella, like you just sing.
A cappella?
That too.
Acapella.
Acapella.
Yeah, we'll have it. We'll have it this year. We'll start it next week. Nah,
It was a COVID year. It was a weird
year.
deal. You know, everything got messed up last year, Chandler.
But I've been back in the lab, and I'm ready to go for this year.
All right, CJ Johnson on his way. He's going to come in studio. So we're going to visit with him in studio in just a few minutes. He just messaged me that he is en route. So he'll join us momentarily. Did you see a lot of buzz yesterday about Lincoln Riley? Wow. And I started thinking about this. It's hard to believe. It was just a few. I mean, it wasn't that long ago. I was just sitting talking to Lincoln Riley like I'm talking to you guys. And now this guy is, perhaps could end up being the highest paid coach in college football. I mean, it is amazing. Here he comes, CJ Johnson. Have a seat, man. Just in time to hear how much money Lincoln Riley's going to make. Good to see you. Welcome aboard. So this comes from a guy, Robert Hefner, who bills himself as a Sooner insider. So he did say that these are the details, but he has not confirmed.
Whatever that means.
Yeah. So this is not confirmed, but if these details are right, how about this? That he got a $110 million deal to coach USC. USC agreed. Now, I had heard he had a home in Norman, but he was building a new home. So he was building like this massive estate in Norman, Oklahoma. They're agreeing to buy both his homes in Norman for $500,000 over asking price, which would basically be like $1 million bonus to him. So they're going to buy the homes for more than what he would sell them for. They're also going to buy him a $6 million home in L.A., allegedly, and have unlimited use of a private jet 24/7 for his family. I mean, that's a pretty damn sweet deal right there.
Sweet.
So you don't have to worry about selling your house. And by the way, we already got a mansion waiting for you, probably on the beach. And your family can have a private jet.
Can we get Ellerbe on the line? I want to hear him rant about this.
Oh, by the way, we're going to give you a $110 million, who knows, possibly guaranteed contract.
His press conference is coming up today at 6 o'clock Eastern time.
CJ, when you're done being a player, you need to be a football coach, it appears.
Get money like that.
The private jet, that's not bad.
Houses.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Man.
CJ Johnson joining us here in the Pirate Radio studios. How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing good.
Good to see you. Now, you a lot of questions in the second half of that game. You were banged up, I guess, in the Cincinnati game. What happened?
They thought that I cracked my fibula, but X-rays came back negative, so it's just a deep bone bruise. So,
all right,
cautionary type thing.
Yeah.
Trivia question: do you guys know where the fibula is?
It's somewhere in the lower half of your body.
I was going to say fibula. Is that the thigh muscle?
Shin.
I mean shin. I was going to go shin or thigh bone. Okay.
Yeah, it's just right on the outside.
All right. So you learned something here too.
There you go.
It's educational for the kids.
CJ's probably tired of hearing about all the body parts that he's banged up this year.
Oh man.
How about that game on Friday, CJ? First of all, what was it like walking into Dowdy Ficklin Stadium with the purple gold chant, all that going on?
Oh man, it was amazing just having the fan base that we used to have many years ago, like just hearing them and being a part of Pirate Nation.
I will say that the purple gold chant right before kickoff was one of the loudest I've heard in years. And I know that it wasn't, completely sold out, but man, it sounded like it.
Oh man, and then with it being a game over the break too, with the student body not being there as much, I think like the locals definitely stepped it up and brung some noise.
No doubt about it. CJ Johnson joining us. So CJ, kind of a weird deal. It's like when a baseball team loses a game, but they clinch a playoff spot. So you lose to Cincinnati, but shortly after you find out you're going to the Military Bowl. So you can reflect back on a very, very good season, a winning season. What was that news like? You knew you were going to a bowl, but when you heard what bowl it was going to be.
Oh, it was. You should have seen the meeting room. It was electric. Like he kind of presented it in a way like he was talking about the game that we just played. Boys kind of down a little bit, like, because nobody likes losing. And then he kind of he sprung it on us like, boom, this is the bowl we're going to, and we're like, Like that. It's just wild, like because you don't get not every year do you get to play in a bowl game.
Yeah,
and that was Sunday morning you're talking about.
Yes.
John Gilbert, I guess, breaking the news.
Yes, athletic director.
And we got a ways to go, the 27th of December. So a lot of, I guess, practicing, meeting, and some fun stuff thrown in there too, CJ. But I understand you guys are off the beginning of this week. Won't get back at it till Thursday. So for you, a chance to heal and and you know a lot of time between now and that game coming up.
Oh yeah, whether I was healed or not, I'm playing in that game. But
we talked to Holton earlier. Obviously, you know he's got a big decision to make whether he comes back or not. You guys have been very close since your high school days, and I see you interact on the sidelines quite often, obviously in the games too. You know, how much talk do you have with him about next year?
I don't talk to him about it just simply because he knows that no matter what decision he makes, I'm gonna support him either way.
Fair enough.
There you go.
That's good. Yeah.
And CJ, I hate to even bring this up, but it's the reality of college sports right now. The coaching carousel, Mike Houston's name is out there. There's also the transfer portal. So you almost have to talk to guys every year and say, are you back in next year? So we'll ask you, are you going to be an East Carolina Pirate next year?
I'm going to be in North Carolina next year.
You're going to be in North Carolina next year?
That would be in Greenville.
Okay, Greenville.
I'm going to be in Greenville.
All right.
Let me clarify this. Are you playing for East Carolina University?
Yes, I am.
All right, there we go.
All right, the first answer was...
there's been a lot of smoke screens lately, like Lincoln Riley. Yeah, I'm not going to be at LSU. Smoke screen they never saw coming.
Which was correct.
He wasn't lying. So
but it's one of those things, and it's feels like you guys are building something so special. You want, I'm sure, everybody to be back on board next year.
Oh man, I would love for everybody to be back on board, but like you said, people got to make decisions to better themselves. People got to make decisions to feed their family. So
I just feel like if everybody could come back, that's able to come back for one more year. If Holton's able to come back, and Coach Houston hopefully for at least one more year, man, and as many players as we would have returning, I think next year could be an unbelievable breakout year for this program.
Just
if it could align, and if everybody could come back for at least one more year.
Just from what we built in the locker room, from the culture to everything, and then you have the new people coming in that hop onto the culture. I think that if everybody came back, it's going to be a truly special year next year.
I talked about this earlier in the show, Troy D. So East Carolina finishes tied for third in the AAC. Cincinnati will probably be number one preseason next year, even if Luke Fickell does decide to leave.
You think so?
I would say so.
I still think there's such bias against them being non-Power 5 that they'll make it number 2.
Hold on, number 1 in the AAC.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about overall
in the conference.
All right, I agree with you.
Okay, Houston probably number 2 after what they did this year, but East Carolina will likely be, if Mike Houston returns, Holton, CJ, all these guys back on board, they're going to be, I would think, picked third in the American next year.
Very possible.
And what about that, right? Now, that's just a preseason poll. It doesn't mean anything.
Right. Cincinnati won't be in the AAC next year.
Well, it depends on when they leave. I think they're still going to be in.
I think they got one more year,
I believe.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Now, if you're right about that, if Cincinnati and Houston are gone, East Carolina will be picked first in the American.
Could be the top dog, baby.
And again, preseason poll doesn't matter, but look at the previous preseason polls where East Carolina's been 9th, 10th, 11th at the back. I mean, it just shows you the leap that you guys were able to take this year.
Yeah.
Oh man, and just watching it happen and just being that class that set that standard to change the culture. 2019, when Coach Houston came in, when we all came in, we made it our mission to build a culture, a winning culture, and that's what we did.
Asked Holton earlier, we're going to play an ACC opponent. It hasn't been determined while we talk here live right now, but if you could choose the ACC opponent within reason, who would you like to
Virginia Tech, no doubt.
That's what he said.
Virginia Tech, no doubt. I feel like if we were to play Virginia Tech, it would bring a big fan base, and not only the fan base, but I think it would be a good matchup too.
Yeah, and they're expecting a big crowd there in Annapolis. I know a lot of Pirate fans excited to get up there. I saw this tweet from Trip Weaver, CJ, on the 25th, so leading into the Friday game. He said, letting the seniors talk to the team is the best tradition in college football. You can't fake heart, passion, or love of the game and program. And he said, tonight those men portrayed it all. So what was that like, hearing those upperclassmen talk?
Oh, man, it was both. It was both exciting. It was sad. It was full of emotion. Like you could most definitely tell that each and every person that went up there and talked, they meant every word that they said, and that they they truly bought into the team.
Does it give you a responsibility to take what they've kind of laid the foundation and build it up even higher?
Oh yes, I take full responsibility of that, just because with me being a senior next year, I'm gonna get the younger people that are coming in to follow the same culture that we did, and then the younger people that we have now to continue to follow the culture.
When was it? The Friday night before the game, or the Thursday night technically before the game? The night before the game?
Yes, it was Thursday night right after our. It was right before we went up to our rooms. So
I think it was Rajay and DJ said Audie had a long one, long speech.
But I mean, yeah, it was long, but like a couple of things that he talked about was he told everybody, he said, everybody stand up if you transferred in. He had them sit down. He said, stand up if you've missed the whole season of an injury. And he just went down all these boxes that obstacles that he has been through. And I mean, he's missed the whole season for medical redshirt. He's transferred to a new school. He's like, it's just like all these things that he checked off, and it's just amazing to see how he overcomes all of those obstacles and is the man that he is today.
That's awesome. East Carolina headed to the Military Bowl, awaiting opponent. CJ wants to see Virginia Tech there. Looks like that's where the tea leaves are trending, Troy D, potentially, but still could be Virginia, I guess North Carolina, BC, some other opponents. We'll find out on Sunday who East Carolina will be playing in that bowl game.
So, yeah, I mean,
do we like know why that is? Like, why did we get picked so early and then...
Well, there is a pecking order. I guess they want to see what happens with the ACC championship, Wake Forest and Pitt, and then they'll just start picking teams kind of in order. It's like a domino effect after that. So now, why East Carolina got picked so early? I think a lot of that is the Military Bowl wanted East Carolina.
Yeah.
Because we just saw Memphis, Troy D, are the lucky ones to get to head out to Hawaii.
Yeah.
But the Military Bowl could have selected them. I think they chose East Carolina because they know that the Pirates are going to bring a lot of fans with them.
I think they probably looked at it as, hey, this is a team that hadn't been in a bowl game in a long time. They've been, last time they were here, which was, close to a decade ago. Had a great showing. I was at that bowl. That was back in when they played in RFK.
Yeah.
And they probably look at the bowls. At the end of the day, it is a money-making venture. And Steve Beck, who was on, the executive director, was on Brian Bailey. If you're listening to us live, he'll be on at 6:00 tonight on Pirate Radio. If you missed it, it's archived online. But look, they're in the business to sell tickets too. And the more fans that come, the more concessions, the more apparel, it all trickles down. So. Yeah, I mean, it's a good choice for them. I get it.
It's nice to be wanted, right, CJ?
Oh, yeah.
And they want the purple and gold there coming up. In Annapolis, you already played at that stadium, so you're going to be used to that. But there's a lot of stuff that is going to be happening for the first time for you, all the bowl festivities. And they said you're going to be staying in a hotel 2 blocks from the White House.
It's the Capitol Hilton.
You got a lot of cool stuff ahead of you. And a swag bag. I was going over some of the...
Oh, yeah, what's in the swag bag this year?
It is not out yet, so I don't know. But we were looking in years past.
I'm ready to see what that is.
6 years ago, they gave away Xbox Ones, I believe, along with. So you're going to get probably the newest technology, some clothes. It's going to be cool.
Maybe they've stepped it up to like an Apple Watch nowadays or something.
That's better than an Xbox One?
What do you think?
No. An Apple Watch.
No. Which costs more?
I don't know.
Xbox One.
I don't know.
How much is an Apple Watch?
I don't know, but what do you want to watch for?
Well, I'm trying to think what would be more valuable.
I actually got my 3rd generation Apple Watch for $75.
Is it that cheap?
Well, CJ knows a guy.
I know a couple of Facebook groups too. They give them out for the very low prices.
I don't know if that's market price. Good deal. It's like I said, and DJ, I guess, has been to a couple of bowls. He might be the only guy on the roster, unless Audie was in one at UCLA before he got here. But
he hasn't.
If you got any questions, refer to DJ Ford. He's the only guy that's been to a bowl game. That's crazy, right? On the whole roster. So. Anyway, anything else, Troy did?
No, just good luck to you, man. And I guess y'all have. Did we figure out how many bowl? Is it 15 or 21 practices they get?
It's 21.
21. That's okay. So 21 practices. I guess they can use them how they want to use them, but everyone gets the same amount of time.
Coach Houston told us that he was going to give after final exams. He's going to give us a couple of days off for everybody to go home and visit their families for Christmas since we were all going to be together for Christmas this year.
That's good. That's good. It seems like that, and it's nice that they've given you a little bit of break here too.
Yes, sir.
The first part of the week, so you guys have earned it and deserve it. So good luck with the bowl season prep, and we'll definitely catch up with you again before kickoff.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, CJ. CJ Johnson joining us. Let's take another time out. We'll come back. Banner weekend for the News and Observer, Troy D. Well, let's talk about that.
What about WRAL?
Oh, so it was both of them. I thought it was the same outlet. You're right. They both had mistakes.
We should say for the Raleigh media.
Yeah, Raleigh Media had a banner weekend.
Yeah, both of them ought to be ashamed of themselves.
Well, we'll talk about that and more when we return after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Buick GMC Truck. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get a 2021 GMC Sierra 1500. Save up to $3,000 off. And as always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Emporium presents A Very Beer Christmas.
'Tis the season to be drinking. Fa la 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 la.
Give the gift of beer this holiday season. Emporium is offering a special 12 Beers of Christmas box. 12 Beers of Christmas is a specialty curated 12-pack of beers from different breweries. The 12 Beers of Christmas will have many styles and lots are limited release. 1 beer for each day up to Christmas. Stop by Emporium today on Dickinson Avenue and also on Facebook and Instagram.
Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more is Signs and Tint. Signs and Tint is family owned and operated right here in Greenville, and their NC licensed electricians specialize in vehicle wraps, paint protection film, and more. They can even do building signs for your business. Signs and Tint offers 10% off for military and first responders. Also, make sure to mention Pirate Radio at checkout for a discount. Stop by their office today at 801 Staten Road or visit them online at signsandtint.com.
This is Dr. Chris Hasty with Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. For more than 35 years, we've been taking care of the student athletes at East Carolina University. We are happy to have received the designation of official team physicians from the university. Whether you need assistance with a sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, my colleagues and I are here to help. For more information, please contact us at 757-2663 or visit our website at orthoeast.com.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Cuccinella, inviting you and your family to come by Cuccinella's Pizzeria and Italian Ice. Cuccinella's has been serving our special family recipe New York-style pizza since 1932. We think you'll taste the difference in just one bite. When you come in for a pie, don't forget to try our house-made Italian ice or gelato. We make small batches every day from scratch with all fresh ingredients. Cuccinella's on Old Tar Road across from Plant and Sea, Cuccinellas.com, and on Facebook and Instagram.
Ahoy, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express. We're here to serve our pirate community by offering easy payments for easy ownership. For you landlubbers, R&R will install a new set of tires for just $20. $50 installs new custom wheels and tires. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
The Rick House, Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar, has great specials throughout the week, like $10 Tuesdays. Get 8 traditional wings and a draft beer for just $10. Wednesday night is date night, 2 salads, an appetizer, a bottle of wine, 2 entrees, and a dessert for just $55. Friday is smokehouse night with the best ribs and brisket around. Saturday is Italian night, featuring all of our made-from-scratch pastas along with 2 glasses of wine. And on Sunday is the legendary brunch from 10 to 2. The Rick House, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
The UPS store in Winterville is now open on Fire Tower Road, across from Marabella Pizza and beside Subway. Trust the UPS store in Winterville with pack and ship guarantee and same-day printing. When it comes to shipping, the UPS store in Winterville has everything you need in one place. The boxes, the packing material, and all the assistance along with on-site notary, passport photos, and business and printing service and freight. The UPS store, now open in Winterville 7 days a week. The UPS store in Winterville is your premier location. Go Pirates!
This is ECU assistant football coach Roy Tesh, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center of Greenville's new extended care clinic is open Saturdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. so you can avoid the emergency department for any urgent orthopedics care. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. Orthopedics East, providing services to Eastern North Carolina and the Pirate Nation for more than 35 years. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Broad.
All right, boy, the coaching carousel, hot and heavy. Washington has named their next head coach, Kalen DeBoer, who was the coach of Fresno State. And honestly, I've never said his name, so I don't know if I just said it correctly.
I hate to admit this. Never heard of him.
Kalen DeBoer, me neither. I didn't either.
Yeah.
Fresno State had a good year. LSU is now being reported that they are targeting Brian Kelly. And
well, they did have, I thought their interim coach was a power move. Bob Stoops coming back to coach them in the bowl game.
Coach.
Oklahoma. I'm sorry, who were you just talking about?
LSU.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said LSU, and I'm thinking OU.
Is Bob Stoops really coming back? I didn't see that.
Bob Stoops is they named as their interim coach for the Oklahoma Sooners.
That's very weird.
Which I thought was a great move for them to coach the bowl game.
Who do we used to always talk about?
And I wouldn't be surprised if Bob Stoops doesn't become the coach again. They remove the interim tag.
What was Bob Stoops doing before? Was he in the
administration? He was the head coach.
He's been on Fox College Football.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking he was in some kind of role in the administration at Oklahoma, but
I mean, he's the one that brought Lincoln over as their head coach.
Yeah, I know that.
I'm just saying this would be a great move for them to go back to him. I think he maybe misses it a little bit.
Was it John Thompson we used to always talk about? Was he the one that was named interim coach in bowl games and would win? Or was it somebody else?
Ruffin McNeil won with Texas Tech before he came
in. There was a coach that we said should be a full-time interim coach, just goes around to different places and coaches bowl games and picks up W's. But Brian Kelly... You know, how attractive is LSU compared to Notre Dame? Well, you know, what job? What's the better job, Troy D?
I mean, if they double your pay, you know, there's that.
Does LSU have
more money than Notre Dame?
More money than Notre Dame?
I would say so. Yeah. I bet you they do.
So that would be fascinating because that would open up another series.
Well, now look, you got Coach O that's out there.
Yeah, but
and Orgeron. Who, by the way, I don't think these guys don't sit on the sidelines forever, Clip. He didn't have. It wasn't like he ran the program in the ground, and technically he wasn't fired. He
kind of just ran it off the road.
Yeah, but they had a mutual agreement. You know, I'm just saying. I bet. Don't be surprised to see his name pop up against, and even if it's not this year, maybe a year later.
I don't know how wanted he is by these bigger schools.
No, I didn't say a bigger school. But he could be back in the coaching business.
Coaching like at Louisiana Monroe or something?
Or if there was ever an opening here at East Carolina, would you want to talk to Ed Orgeron if he was available?
Yeah, I guess.
You got to at least talk to him.
Yeah.
If he was interested.
But
I'm just saying that's a big if there was ever an opening. I'm not saying there is, but if there ever is one.
I think he's more almost like a Ruffin McNeil type where he's more of a figurehead than an X's and O's guy. Like he's your
I would just
motivator.
love the press conferences would be worth every penny. Yeah. I'd just love to hear the guy talk. Go Pirates.
Well, wouldn't that get old after 3 weeks?
No, Clip. Not if we're winning.
Not if we're winning. That is true.
It would never get old if we're winning.
Yeah.
That was great, though. I was, watching the post game with him, and the whoever the guy was interviewing him said, "Coach, let's hear it one more time.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers." With the biggest smile on his face, he said, "I'm out of here. I'll take my money and go."
Go Pirates.
A lot of people are asking about the future Skip Holtz. They've parted ways at Louisiana Tech. I don't know the details.
He's going to come here. We're going to fire Mike Houston, and we're going to hire Skip Holtz.
Did you hear that fifth quarter call the other day?
I did.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, I feel like Skip's best days may be behind him. How much gas does he have left in the tank?
Yeah, and Jeff Charles said that his wife had been dealing with a health issue too.
Yeah.
So this could be a good time for him to step away.
And go to Florida.
Look, it could be the next Lou. Now, I don't think he's got that personality, but a lot of people know Lou Holtz from being on ESPN and not being a coach.
I don't know if he'd be at that level. I think he's good enough to be on a broadcast booth.
He's very personable.
For college football, as far as games and stuff. Absolutely. He knows the game. He's personable. He's a good talker. I think he'd be great in broadcasting.
Scott points out Bob Stoops was the coach of the Dallas Renegades.
That is true. That is in the, what was it? XFL
or AFL?
Yeah, one of those leagues that fell apart.
Yeah.
Well, they both fell apart. There was the XFL league and the what was
AFL, the AAF, Troy. My favorite.
AAF.
Alliance.
Yeah, the
Our own Bryce Williams played in the AAF.
True.
Kinda.
That's right. He was a coach in that. They had a lot of famous coaches in there, if I remember correctly.
Singletary, was he involved in that?
Yep.
Yeah, they had a lot of big names.
Yeah.
Oh, ball coach was the coach?
Yes. Spurrier was one. I got to tell you, the coaches were better than the players in that league.
The USFL is making a comeback to the delight of no one. So I guess that'll start up. I don't even know when that starts, but anyway.
I'm just saying, I bet you will see Ed Orgeron back on the sideline somewhere.
Okay. All right.
I just wanted, you heard it here first.
Troy's bold statement today.
Yeah.
But
for
who, though? And not
It doesn't matter. He's back on the sideline.
He'll be back with someone.
Okay.
I can't run every possible scenario, Chandler. There's 1,000 different dominoes that can fall between now and then.
You heard it here first. Ed Orgeron, football coach, will coach football again.
Yes.
All right.
And you're not saying a specific.
No.
You're saying a head coach.
He's keeping it as general as possible.
He'll be back coaching football again.
All right.
Good Lord. All right, so if he coaches his grandson's Little League team, he's coaching football again.
Well,
hold on. I just saw Harold Varner tweeted that 7 minutes ago.
Harold Varner, quit copying my tweets. Get your own. I saw him in the RV, by the way. He looked like Clark Griswold rolling up. He passed our tailgate spot. She got video of it when I was like, that must be him.
Cousin Eddie?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, technically, you're right. It was cousin.
Technically, you're right.
Yeah.
Technically.
He was going to Clark Griswold's house.
Yes. Dowdy Ficklin Stadium was Clark Griswold's house in this scenario.
That's right.
And they had the lights on all across the outside.
Technically.
All right. We got to get another break in. Let's come back, and if we have time, we'll get to our bashing of the Raleigh media.
Yes, they're terrible.
They had a rough.
I haven't had one rant this show, and I feel good about it. You guys can rant all you want. I'm not ranting today.
Join the party, Troy.
We're just not going to have a rant today, all right?
Low-key Troy D here.
How many rants are you going to have today? None.
Zero.
Zilch.
All right.
Violence!
Back with you after this.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
In sports, if you think joy only happens after you win, think again. Look at the world's most successful athletes like Serena Williams, Brooks Koepka, and Alex Morgan. They don't spend all their days grinding away. They take time to enjoy themselves, like getting together with friends over a Michelob Ultra, because they know that happiness is the key to winning, and that joy is the whole game, not just the end game. Michelob Ultra. 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. AB Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Hey Pirate fans, Derek Pizzeni from Carolina Wealth Management. Are you a fiduciary? That's a question every investor should ask their advisor. A fiduciary is an individual who acts in the best interest of a particular person or beneficiary. Is your advisor a fiduciary? You should know it's your money. At Carolina Wealth Management, we do things differently from other investment firms. To learn more about the benefits of working with a fiduciary advisor, visit mycarolinawealth.com. That's mycarolinawealth.com.
This year, US Cellular is making a big deal out of the holidays. You can choose any phone from any brand free. That's right, any phone you see in our store is free. And get unlimited data for our best price of the season. Just $30 a month per line with 4 lines. Feel the locally grown joy from US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Limited time offer. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Pizza. What you got there, Dad? Oh, man, the new Bacon Mania lineup from Papa John's. Oh, it's the triple bacon pizza, topped with full strips of bacon. Woo, that smell of bacon through the house has everyone showing up. And I mean everyone. It's the season of bacon at Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
Have you been waiting to try CBD? ENS Hemp on Fire Tower Road in Greenville is the area leader in CBD. We want to educate you on how our products work with your endocannabinoid system. These products are all natural and non-addictive. ENS offers a variety of products to meet your needs. Tinctures, edibles, topicals, and even smokable items. Customer feedback indicates relief from stress, anxiety, fatigue, pain, and PTSD, just to name a few. ENS Hemp is located on Fire Tower Road. Also, check us out on our Instagram and Facebook pages.
This is assistant football coach Drew Dudzik, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Taking a quick look at your stock market report. The Dow was up 236 points. It closed at 35,135. NASDAQ was ahead 29 at 15,782, and the S&P was up 60 at 4,655. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, thank you, Shirley Rhodes. Chandler Honeycutt, Troy D here on a Monday edition of PRL. Troy, great weekend of football, rough weekend of football reporting for our friends in the Triangle. So first of all, it happened on Friday night when, North Carolina absolutely blew it against NC State. NC State scored
unbelievable
2 touchdowns at the end of that game to win it. Got an onside kick too. And I guess the News and Observer got a little ahead of their skis on the... They got the story right, but they forgot to edit their headline.
Right.
And it said, North Carolina outlasts NC State, which was false.
Yeah.
And then...
Igo did that as a joke one day, said the good thing he meant to show what could have been. People took it the wrong way.
He had his story done, had to change it.
Right. But he just put it out there as this is what it could have been. News Observer actually put it out there.
Correct. And then RAL says, we're going to one-up you.
RAL says ECU to represent the ACC in the Military Bowl. And if that's not bad enough that they didn't get the wrong conference, the picture they put was a Blake Kemp throwing the ball in a Nike uniform, which is easily like 6 years old.
Well, he played in 2015. So that was Ruffin McNeil and Blake Kemp and the Pirates.
Yeah, I mean, just how lazy and sloppy is the Raleigh media gotten?
Does that mean we're going to play an American team? So who are we playing? Like Memphis?
We got a promotion.
A rematch with Cincinnati?
Maybe they're on to something.
Something we don't know.
Yeah.
Could be. All right, Troy, enjoyed it, man.
Good seeing you. Be back Thursday with John Gilbert, ECU Athletic Director.
Thursday, 5 o'clock, John Gilbert will join us here on the show. We will keep you up to date. Follow our social media for all the latest in the wild coaching carousel, transfer portal, all of that stuff. We got you covered here at Pirate Radio. We will see you Tuesday, 3 o'clock on an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation